Welcome into Spillane Field for a windy, wet, foggy, just about everything you can get in weather Friday night as we are nearly set for first pitch. The Hyannis Harbor Hawks at 2-7 coming to take on the Wareham Gatemen at 3-4-1. Jack Stegan alongside Owen Shagru, and his first pitch is about to start, Owen. We'll just hop right into it. Arubio Candelario, the right-hander on the mound for the Gatemen. And he'll start off against Caden Rose, Kyle Ball, and Ryan Romano for the Harbor Hawks. Weren't sure if we were going to play today. It rained all night last night, thunderstormed. It's been misting all day today. But it looks like we're going to be able to get the game in.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be breaking any attendance records tonight, but just that we're playing, I think, is a good sign for Wareham. We're looking at the forecast for tomorrow and next week, and it looks like a lot more of this and potentially worse than this. So, we think the mindset here, everyone, if we can play, possibly, and it's safe, I think people here are going to do everything in their power to do so, and here we are. We weren't sure if we'd be here a couple hours ago, but we're about to get set underway with first pitch.
We are. Another redshirt Friday at Spillane. Misty rain coming down, wind blowing out to right field. First pitch from Candelario to Caden Rose is upstairs, ball one. Rose, a center fielder out of Bama, 265 hitter, no homers, 3 RBIs on the Cape League season. He has been 2 for 4 in each of the last 2 games, as that pitch is fouled straight back to make it 1-1. To Rose. Candelario, with an inning on the Cape League season, gave up 2 earned runs off a hit and 3 walks against the Bourne Braves. That was a 6-5 loss for the Gatemen. That pitch swung on and missed. Now a ball and 2 strikes to Rose. First batter of the ball game, and the first time these two teams have met in 2021. They'll see each other 5 more times this season as the 1-2 misses outside. Candelario from the windup, 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Candelario's first Cape League strikeout catches Rose looking.
Really nice breaking ball there from Candelario. Had been pretty fastball heavy early in that at bat, and a beautiful slider and got Rose looking. Really nice start for him. Slippery conditions. Seemed like he had good grip there. A good start for Candelario.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for the pitchers to grip the ball, but also tougher to get hits tonight. Kyle Ball, the shortstop out of Stetson in the right-handed batter's box. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch to him is a breaking ball upstairs.
And it's funny to me, just the contrast after that strikeout to Rose, and then Candelario feeling it, went back to it, and that one just stayed up high.
1-0, fastball in for a strike. On the Cape League season, Ball is a 133 hitter, no homers, 3 RBIs. He has drawn 8 walks, though, so he's a 333 on-base percentage. 1-1, fastball just outside. Not quite a perfect day for baseball. 2-1, fouled straight back. It's been misting all day. It's been extremely cloudy. We haven't seen a lick of sunlight today, Owen.
We have not, and we didn't get the rain yesterday that I think more northern parts of Massachusetts up near Boston did, that pouring rain, but
yes.
Right, it has been awfully wet, and it's just this mist that sort of continued this afternoon.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Chopped, left side, Brannigan charges it, has it, and the throw to first is in time. 2 away and still nobody on in the top of the first. Scoreless between the Gatemen and the Harbor Hawks in their first ever meeting of the 2021 season. Ryan Romano out of Florida State coming up. Another righty-righty matchup. Romano playing second base today. And on the Cape League season, this will be his 5th game. He's 2 for 8, has 2 RBIs. Started 13 games for the Seminoles this past season, 170 hitter, and drove in 4 runs. First pitch to him, fastball misses low. This is a Hyannis team that struggled. They won or they lost their first game, then won a game, then lost 6 in a row, and won their last game against Falmouth, as that one is drilled deep to right field. Kern backing up to the wall where he makes the grab. So a loud third out for Romano, but it is the third out nonetheless. 1-2-3 inning to start things off for Candelario. And we head to the bottom of the first. First chance for the Gatemen to hit after this on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
Cape Cod Coca-Cola thanks you for supporting the Cape Cod Baseball League and for refreshing yourself with ice-cold Coca-Cola products. Please remember to recycle your empty bottles, cans, and all other recyclable materials. It takes only 6 recycled plastic bottles to make a new baseball cap.
The 99 Restaurant and Pub is proud to be a sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Visit your local 99 and try their famous colossal lobster rolls. Piled high on grilled brioche and served hot buttered or with just the right amount of mayo and celery with fries and coleslaw. The 99, always the real deal. Badger Sport is a leading provider of superior quality team uniforms and performance athletic wear, including performance t-shirts, fleeces, shorts, and pants. From the fields to the stands and at every practice along the way, Founders Sport Group makes authentic, quality apparel accessible at the speed of the sport. Visit foundersport.com today.
Welcome back to the Gatemen Baseball Network. Scoreless as we head to the bottom of the first. Jack Sadigan, Owen Shigru. And on the mound for the Harbor Hawks is Adrian Saravo, the right-hander out of Weatherford College. 6'4", 215, and in one Cape League start. Owen, 3 innings. He gave up 3 hits and 2 walks, but only 1 run. That was in a 3-4 loss to Falmouth.
Yeah, Saravo likes his fastball, also mixes in a couple of breaking balls, likes his slider, and also expect him to mix in a changeup. Again, like you said, Jack, he's a big guy, has some good velocity on that fastball. So on a night like this, going to be a task for him to try to keep that ball in the zone. Expect to see a lot of fastballs from him.
Candelario went 1-2-3 in the top of the inning. That was encouraging for him after a rough first outing against the Braves.
It sure was, and I think really nice for him to sort of get his feet set, especially on a night like tonight. Going 1-2-3, obviously every pitcher's dream to start, but especially on a night where, you know, a lot of things can happen. We saw a nice play from Williams at third base, and you know, just to sort of get a routine out, that feels awfully good for Candelario. Gets his feet set on a night like tonight, a good start.
So we'll take this 0-0 game into the bottom of the first. Troy, Gonzalez, and Kern due up for the Gatemen. Tommy Troy's first time leading off. This is actually the first game for Wareham that Jim Jarvis has not been in the leadoff spot. He's not in the lineup today. Troy playing second for the third straight game. And the first pitch to him is a fastball in for a strike. So Kern Troy through 2 games, 4 for 8, no homers and an RBI. He was 2 for 5 in his debut against Orleans, then 2 for 3 against YD. A great start for the middle infielder out of Stanford as that pitch is fouled back to get him quickly behind 0-2.
Yeah, Troy's been really impressive. I think both in the field and at the plate. I've really liked what I've seen from him so far at second. He's made a big difference early on.
Here's the 0-2. Fastball called, strike 3. Troy not a fan, but he'll have to sit down. 1 away in the bottom of the first. Scoreless game between the Gatemen and the Harbor Hawks. Tres Gonzalez stepping in now. Gonzalez playing center field today, where he played this whole season for Georgia Tech. .217 hitter, no homers and an RBI on the Young Cape League season. Now the 10th game for each of these teams. First pitch to Gonzalez. Fastball clips the outer edge for a strike. Rain continuing to miss down here at Spillane Field. 0-1 is low to Gonzalez. Everyone in the Cape is going to try and play today, Owen.
Right, we'll see. It's interesting. You know, the weather can vary a lot on the Cape, and Gatemen trying to get things going here. We had some weather the other night when we were over at YD, and it's going to be, I think, a bit of a bit of an effort from everybody try to get as much baseball in as they can.
That pitch was fouled back, so it's a ball and 2 strikes to Gonzalez. Stravo shakes off his catcher Pendleton, winds for the 1-2, and it's chopped to the left side past the third baseman Greer. Gonzalez has first, and that will most likely go down as an error to Greer. We'll have to see the official score.
And I think that tonight, that illustrates a lot of, you know, what we can see tonight. I think batters, if they can put the ball in play, they don't have to, you know, hit to the gaps tonight. Some things like that are going to happen. We saw just tough for Greer to handle. And, you know, after that, on what would probably normally be a fairly routine play from Greer to Pujols, Gonzalez is aboard.
So he's aboard with 1 out in the bottom of the first. First base runner we've seen in a scoreless game. First pitch to Kern is grounded up the middle. That is taken by Ball, steps on second, throw to first in time. 6-3 double play for Kyle Ball. And just like that, the base runner fizzles away for the Gatemen. 2-1, 2-3 innings, scoreless, top of the second in a moment on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
For a nostalgic Cape Cod vacation experience, head to Bay Motor Inn, where guests are treated like family. Located in the heart of Buzzards Bay Village, this 1950s-style cottage colony still provides you with up-to-date amenities. The Gatemen thank the Bay Motor Inn for their support.
Baseball Factory's vision is to guide both players and parents through the college recruiting process into professionally trained players in order to find a school that is the right fit, both academically and athletically. Contact us at 877-752-6025.
Come on over to BB's Bar and Grill for food, drinks, and fun. Located on Cranberry Highway, come in to sample the delicious eats or relax with a drink while enjoying live entertainment. BB's is one of our team meal partners.
Welcome back for the second inning, a scoreless game between the Wareham Gatemen and the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. Their first meeting in 2021. Jackson Egano and Chagru. 2-1, 2-3 innings. And we start at the top of the second with Candelario still on the mound. He looked sharp in the first, Owen.
He sure did. A really good start for Candelario, 1-2-3 inning. We talked about in his last appearance, he went 1 inning, gave up 2 runs, and the conditions are not easy tonight. And Candelario did a great job with what he had. A nice play over there from Brannigan at third base, and a great start for Candelario.
Wind blowing in from right field now. And the lefty Marcos Pujols will lead off the second for the Harbor Hawks. Playing first base today out of Dayton. 208 hitter with a homer and 5 RBIs. The home run and 3 of the RBIs came against Falmouth on June 27th. That was a 5-8 loss for the Harbor Hawks. First pitch to Pujols misses low. Look at the West Division standings, Owen, that will start to get more and more important as this is about the quarter mark of the way through the 2021 season, as that one is lifted high out to right field. Charging is Kearney, dives and misses it. Troy was there to back him up, so Pujols will hold up at first. But it's the first hit of the ball game from either side. Pujols aboard with nobody out in the top of the second. Still scoreless between the Gatemen and the Harbor Hawks.
Yeah, that one just a tough spot. Troy and Kern almost just seemed like it was the halfway point between both. A great layout from Kern, trying to get there. Give him credit, sacrificing the jersey. Probably that outfield is not dry tonight, but
it is not.
Yeah, it just came up a little bit short, but it's certainly a good effort from Kern.
Up next, another lefty, Mitchell Hardigan, swings at the first pitch and fouls it over the right side. Playing left field today, he's out of Florida Atlantic. Hardigan, a 188 hitter. He's brought in a run. The struggle for the Harbor Hawks at the plate has been the strikeouts. They're averaging close to 12 a game. striking out at nearly a 33% clip, Owen, which makes it tough to score runs.
That sure does. That's tough.
0-1, grounded right side. Troy charges it, going to go to first and gets the out there. Pujols advances to second. Troy was in the infield grass and really had no choice but to go to first.
Right, I think a wise play there from Troy. He was sort of Pujols had to avoid that one a little bit, and Troy wisely, I think it's tempting to go to second base there, but bobbled it a little bit. Again, that ball just slippery, and I agree, a smart play over to Despina, get an out.
So tied at nothing. Pujols is the leading run at second, and the lefty Mason Greer is at the plate. First pitch to him is fouled back. I should say Greer is a switch hitter. Just batting lefty for this at-bat, playing third base today. He's out of Wright State. Greer, 3 for 20. He's drawn 2 walks. Has 11 strikeouts on the Cape League season. Candelario look at second. The 0-1 is a fastball that misses inside. But as I was trying to mention earlier, Owen, look at the standings. The Braves starting to run away with the West a little bit at 7-0-2. 16 points for them. 2 points for a win, 1 for a loss. And they're out to the best Cape League start in the last decade. 1-1. Misses outside. The Commodores are in second at 4-3-2 with 10 points, and the Gatemen and the Cavaliers are tied with 8 points. And the Hawks have 4 points. Tonight, Bourne plays Falmouth. If they're able to defeat Falmouth and Wareham can get a win, they can find themselves in a tie for second and still in that battle for the playoff spot. Only the top 2 teams in the West go in this season, as the 2-1 is swung on and missed.
Yeah, we were at Bourne a few days ago, and seeing their offensive firepower, I can see why they're off to such a good start. Gateman's scheduled to be there again tomorrow. Again, we'll see with the weather, but
yeah, they're hitting close to 300 on the season. They have the league's best batting average. 2-2, Pujols goes. Crooks throw to third. Tag, got him. An excellent one-hop throw to third by Jimmy Crooks, nabs Pujols, and there's now 2 away in the top of the second. That empties the bases, and Greer has a full count.
yeah, that really was. That throw had some zip on it from Crooks, and also a great play there by Brannigan. That one skipped just sort of on the gap between the dirt and the grass and able to make a great scoop. Really good out for the Gatemen.
Crooks wants time. I think he's just trying to reset behind the plate. Big payoff pitch coming for Greer. 3-2 is fouled over the left side. So in a scoreless game, Pujols, the first runner in scoring position, is thrown out at third, and there's now 2 away in the top of the second for Mason Greer. He's due a second payoff pitch as Candelario now works from the windup. Here it is, and it's weakly grounded to the right side. Troy bobbling it for a second, but he's able to toss it over to first for the third out. So a threat after a leadoff single, but Pujols is caught stealing. 2 straight groundouts to the right side. Clean up the side. And so we'll take it to the bottom of the second, still scoreless on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
Cape Cod Coca-Cola thanks you for supporting the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod Coca-Cola has been proudly refreshing the community for over 30 years, and we're honored to support the Cape Cod Baseball League and many other wonderful organizations on the Cape.
Cape Cod Healthcare is committed to providing tools and resources for your sustained well-being. We recognize the vital role of preventative medicine in your health journey and want to help you not only get well, but stay well.
Cape Cod Coca-Cola thanks you for supporting the Cape Cod Baseball League and for refreshing yourself with ice-cold Coca-Cola products. We offer over 400 different beverage choices on Cape Cod to quench every thirst, and more than 150 of those are low or no-calorie options.
Welcome back to the Gatemen Baseball Network. Jackson Egan, Owen Shigrew, as we head to a scoreless bottom of the second with Diodati, Williams, and Crooks, the 4, 5, 6 hitters due up for the Gatemen. It was a 1-2-3 first inning despite Gonzalez reaching on an error as Kern grounded into a 6-3 double play. So we'll see if the second fares any better for Wareham.
Yeah, I think this is a really exciting part of the lineup for Wareham. Diodati, Williams, and Crooks, they all have at least one home run on the season. Williams over in YD on Wednesday night had 2 great home runs, which turned out to be key. 2 solo home runs.
Yes.
But provided 2/3 of Wareham's scoring that night. And Diodati as well, we've seen what a great start he's had, and Crooks too. So I think this 4, 5, 6 slot for the Gatemen has lots of power potential.
Yeah, the 4, 5, 6 slot produced all the runs against YD 2 nights ago. Diodati with a solo shot, and then Williams with 2 home runs. As he announced himself on the Cape, he's been here since the beginning of the summer, but struggled a little bit and then really took off. To start, it's Owen Diodati, the left-hander out of Alabama, playing left field, where he started every Cape League season, or every Cape League game, so far this season. Diodati, a .361 hitter, 4 home runs, 12 RBIs already through just 9 games. First pitch to him is a fastball for a strike. But those home runs are good for first in the league, and the RBIs are in second. Latest home run was the solo shot to right field against YD on Wednesday. 0-1, another fastball. That one missed low. Appeal to third. He definitely didn't go. I didn't think there was a need for an appeal there.
No, it didn't think. The catcher seemed a little bit surer than everyone else, I think.
Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball upstairs. It's a Gatemen team that has been able to get runners on base, but struggled bringing them in until recently. They scored 10 against Orleans. Didn't have that many base runners against YD in a 3-3 tie on Wednesday. As the 2-1 is fouled straight back. Two balls and 2 strikes for Diodati. Nobody on, nobody out in the bottom of the second. Still scoreless. That pitch is swung on and missed. Got him with the breaking ball. Nice pitch. Second strikeout for Saravo.
Yeah, Diodati, again, I mean, we know he has such great power, and I think sometimes early in games it takes maybe 1 or 2 at-bats just for him to settle in. He has a couple strikeouts early in games, just getting that swing and rhythm, and I think that's one we saw, and I think he's just feeling it out tonight and getting settled.
Now Justin Williams, the DH today up. First pitch to him is cut on and missed. That's an interesting point you bring up about Diodati. On Wednesday, his home run came on his 3rd at-bat. As that pitch misses, so it's now a ball and a strike to Williams. Here's the 1-1, low and away. But Diodati, since the first few games of the season, has not reached on his first time up. The last time he did was a home run in the 4th game of the season against the Firebirds, a game the Gatemen won 4-2, as that pitch misses low. So now 3 balls and a strike to Justin Williams. But lately he's taken a second to get going. Obviously still been tremendous. Here's a 3-1. That's low. So Williams will take a 1-out walk. He's the lone base runner at first. And that represents the leading run with the scoreless game here in the bottom of the second. And Jimmy Crooks coming to the plate, the catcher out of Oklahoma.
Now batting number 8, Jimmy Crooks.
Crooks, a left-handed hitter against the righty Saravo. Saravo working from the stretch now. 2 looks at second. There's no one there. And the pitch to Crooks. Fastball for a strike. Or I believe it was called a strike.
Looked like it from here.
They put up a ball on the scoreboard, but I believe it was a strike. pitch, fouled straight back. So no balls and 2 strikes now to Crooks. And they look to correct the scoreboard. Nick Magus over there running the scoreboard for a moment. Struggling. Dan Diaz, our PA announcer, I think had to take a restroom break for a moment. Not sure. Here's the 0-2. That's grounded foul, and that hits the shark cage above the third base dugout. At least that's what I've been taking to calling it. That's where the away broadcasters call the games. They get a great elevated view right on that third base line.
As we look over, I hope their tent is holding up okay.
It's not doing well. That tent is about half on, half off, and they have a tarp over their broadcast table, so good luck to the Hyannis folks, all battling through the rain here. 0-2, broken bat pop-up. That'll stay in the infield. Romano charges it. He's called off by the first baseman, Pujols, who makes the grab. So 2 away now in the bottom of the second. Still scoreless between the Gatemen and the Harbor Hawks. And Williams is a lone base runner at first as Jack Brannigan heads up to the plate.
Yeah, Brannigan at third tonight. We talked in an earlier broadcast about Brannigan and Williams doing a little bit of flip-flopping between third base and DH, and Brannigan at third tonight and Williams at DH.
Brannigan's been a little bit slow to his Cape League start. 143 hitter with no home runs, no RBIs. Still waiting for him to break out as the first pitch to him is cut on and missed.
And similar to Troy, I would say I've been very impressed with Brannigan in the field. We talked about that ground ball that he made it look easier than it was tonight, and he's had several excellent plays in the field so far for Wareham.
Here's the 0-1. That is chopped weakly down the third base line, barehanded by Greer, but he doesn't have a throw. He just pump fakes to first, and Brannigan's safe.
Yeah, it looked like Brannigan didn't totally commit to that swing. He just didn't quite get around on it, whether he didn't totally like the pitch, but a lot of those we see sort of spin foul with that right-handed twist, but it just stayed on the grass, whether the wet grass took the spin off of it, but just stayed about 3 inches inside that left field line. And when the third baseman Greer tried to barehand it, Brannigan was already up at first.
My surprise is that he didn't wait and see if it was going to roll out of play. He just picked it up. Worked out for the Gatemen, though. Runners on first and second, 2 away for Angelo Despina, making his 10th straight start at first. Position he plays for Mercer. First pitch to him is fouled straight back. Despina, 258 hitter. He has 1 RBI off a solo home run against Orleans. He's 1 for his last 7, but that 1 was the home run in the 10-4 win against Orleans. And he's really started to pick it up at the plate. I mean, he had a very slow start, but went 3 for 4 against Bourne on the 25th, and then 2 for 3 2 games later, and has been solid since. 0-1 in the dirt. Runners hold. Nice job by Pendleton blocking that up.
Wasn't a good job, I think, there, too, from Williams and Brannigan, keeping an eye on Pendleton. That one, I think it's easy when it gets in the dirt to just automatically, your instinct says go, but that one I think would have been an easier throw than maybe it initially seemed for Pendleton over to third base.
A ball and a strike for Despina, the left-hander. Trying to bring in a run off the righty Saravo. Runners on first and second, 2 away. Scoreless in the bottom of the second. Here's the 1-1. That one is hammered out to right field, and it loops out of play. Despina was just a little bit late on that, but got a lot of it. It's hard to see the baseball off the bat here today at Spillane. Relatively foggy and misty out. Wind has got to feel like ice to these players. Certainly does in the booth. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed. Despina tagged out as the strike was dropped, but that will end the inning. Gatemen get 2 base runners off a walk and a hit, but ultimately no runs, and we're still scoreless as we head to the top of the third on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
The Wareham Gatemen would like to thank Franklin Sports for their sponsorship. Franklin is proud to be the official batting glove of the Cape Cod Baseball League. This summer, all 10 teams are wearing their own custom team batting gloves, courtesy of Franklin Sports. To create your own, visit franklinsports.com/custom. Enter code CCBL20 for 20% off your purchase. From the Cape to the majors, only the best hitters in baseball wear Franklin.
Feel the power of a GMC. Test drive one today at Robertson's GMC, down on Cranberry Highway.
We enter the top of the third inning here at Spillane Field. Wareham Gatemen still tied with the Hyannis Harbor Hawks at 0-0. Rubio Candelario on the mound for the Gatemen. He had 2 1-2-3 innings in the first and the second. Marcos Pujols, after singling in the second inning, attempted to steal third base, but a good throw out from Crooks to Brannigan took care of Pujols. So leading off for Hyannis here in the third is the DH Zane Harris at a right state.
If you're wondering if this guy has any power, just take a look at his measurables. 6'5", 220 pounds. Spent the past 2 seasons as an everyday guy in the lineup for Wright State.
And the first pitch to Harris misses low in the dirt.
But his start to the season has been a little slow. 222 hitter, a home run, and 2 RBIs. He does have 3 doubles. But like the rest of this Hyannis lineup, the struggle is strikeouts. 10 strikeouts and 27 ABs for Zane Harris.
Certainly a team-wide problem. As that one hits Harris. That one looked like it hit the dirt first and then hit Harris in the shin. So he's going to take first. He's the first man for Hyannis in this inning, and he reaches after getting hit. So that brings up Caleb Pendleton, the catcher out of Florida Atlantic. Pendleton, so far this season, he's 0 for 9, has 5 strikeouts. Again, not just a Harris problem, but something Hyannis is struggling with as a team. So the first pitch to Pendleton, he takes outside. So they count at 1-0 with Harris on first.
And Candelario, the first 3 pitches in this inning haven't been particularly pretty. This is where we've seen him struggle a little bit. He sometimes struggles to find the zone, walks batters, hits batters.
And not an easy night to do it. He is able to find the zone there, finds the low outside corner on a fastball. Pendleton out of Florida Atlantic, not the only one in the starting lineup. Mitchell Hardigan, the left fielder, also out of FAU. And the 1-1, that's hit into center field. Moving to his left is Gonzalez. Makes the catch for the first out. And Harris stays put at first. So 1 away with Harris still on first for Dominic Johnson, the right fielder out of Oklahoma State.
Nice shot by Gonzalez. In a game like this, where it's foggy and misty out, you have to trust your first instinct. You see the ball off the bat as a center fielder, and you got to just make your move. If you have to make an adjustment later in your beat, then you do. But Gonzalez did a good job seeing the ball off the bat well and making the grab in right center. He had to go a long way for that ball. And that's going to prove difficult tonight. The lights are now on at Spillane, which actually helps out a little bit to cut through this mist. But it's still tough for these outfielders tonight.
Yeah, good move there from Gonzalez. Not tentative, very committed to his movements and able to make a catch for out number 1. So the first pitch to Johnson, that is a fastball that misses on the outside corner. So the count at 1-0, still scoreless here in the top of the third with Harris after getting hit. He takes his lead on first. Candelario looks over to Despina. And fires another fastball that misses on the outside corner. Brings the count to 2-0.
Candelario, after that fly ball, was raking the mud out of his shoes, so hopefully that gives him a little bit better footing. I know he was struggling to find the zone the first couple batters.
And the 2-0, it's a check swing from Johnson, and he's able to hold off, so that brings the count to 3-0. Johnson in the 9 slot for Hyannis, batting just 172, does have a triple and a home run, so has had some production offensively. And the 3-0, that's in there for strike one. It looked like it was take all the way for Johnson.
Barely caught the zone there. So what can he come back with a 3-1? I don't know if he's confident in any pitch right now for a strike. Maybe he's struggling with his grip on the baseball.
Looks like it as of late. And he delivers. And that's lined into right field. Kern backing up at the wall. He's able to make the catch. And he's going to fire over to Despina. And just getting back in time is Harris. Good heads-up play there from Kern to take a look at Harris. And able to fire over to Despina, but just about a step too late. Harris able to retreat. So 2 away as Caden Rose, the leadoff hitter, steps into the righty batter's box for Hyannis.
For once, the wind is blowing in from right field. That's Blaine here, and I think that helped a lot because Dom Johnson's line drive off the bat looked like it might get out of here, and the wind knocks it down a tad. Kern's able to make the catch and nearly got Harris to double him up at first.
Certainly helped on that one as Rose shows bunt, but holds off as that fastball misses on the outside corner. You're right, Jack. I mean, we're so used to that breeze, that southwest breeze blowing out, and that ball was really well hit from Johnson, and maybe the combination of the mist and the wind coming in certainly helped. He was at the track. And the pitch, that misses high, so the count at 2-0 for Rose, the center fielder. He struck out looking in the first inning. So with 2 outs, and Harris still on first, the count at 2-0 as Candelario deals to Rose. And Rose takes another fastball that misses low, so that brings the count to 3-0.
Second straight 3-0 count Candelario's been. You got a hard hit ball your last time up. It's just hard to work back because you have to throw fastballs and stuff that hitters are waiting for in the middle of the zone. You might get a take sign here from Rose, but then 3-1, even if you have that, you got to go to another confident pitch again.
And it looked like it was take all the way from Rose. Rose was in that stance about to toss his bat back to the dugout, but that one looked like a strike all the way from up here, so the count at 3-1. And Candelario delivers, and Rose takes that one. That's a fastball that misses up high. So the second man aboard for Hyannis is Rose after reaching on a walk. So with 2 on and 2 outs, that brings up Kyle Ball, the shortstop out of Stetson.
So what happened in the first outing for Candelario against Bourne? He walked a few batters in a row, got a little bit frustrated, and then it turned into runs. He did have to come in a bases-loaded scenario, which was difficult. That's really tough to do as a pitcher. He's come out, thrown 2 clean innings. He's 1 out away here. Just focus on throwing strikes. You've seen a couple balls that are hit hard, but your outfielders have made plays. Give your defense a chance to back you up.
And the first pitch to Ball is a breaking ball that's in there for a strike. So that's got to feel good for Candelario after going down in these past few at-bats.
That's huge. First pitch strike, I mean, your chance of getting a hit go way down.
So with the count at 0-1, Harris on second, Rose on first. Candelario delivers. That misses low and away. Still scoreless here in the top of the third. 2 outs. Candelario trying to get out of this inning. And the right-hander deals, and that's lined to the second baseman, Troy, and he's going to toss over to Despina for the 3rd out. So Candelario is able to get out of the 3rd inning. 3 scoreless for Candelario as we head to the bottom of the 3rd here on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
Whether you are recently retired or still working, Fairway Financial can help you create clearly defined retirement income strategies to help protect your wealth, create guaranteed income for life, and provide a legacy for your family. We are committed to earning your trust by thoroughly understanding your goals and dreams and helping you gain greater financial confidence. To learn more, visit Fairway Financial in South Yarmouth or go to fairwayfinancial.net.
Curry College is where you go to become anything you want. Curry prepares students to engage in successful careers with learning beyond the classroom. Explore undergraduate programs, NCAA Division III athletics, and continuing education and graduate studies, including fifth-year master's programs at www.curry.edu. The Wareham Gatemen would like to thank Franklin Sports for their sponsorship. Franklin is proud to be the official batting glove of the Cape Cod Baseball League. This summer, all 10 teams are wearing their own custom team batting gloves, courtesy of Franklin Sports. To create your own, visit franklinsports.com/custom. Enter code CCBL20 for 20% off your purchase. From the Cape to the majors, only the best hitters in baseball wear Franklin.
Welcome back to Spillane Field as we enter the bottom of the third inning. Due up for the Gatemen, Cody Jeffries, the shortstop, Tommy Troy, the leadoff man, second baseman out of Stanford, and Tres Gonzalez, center fielder out of Georgia Tech. Still scoreless, 0-0. Candelario able to get out of a bit of a jam in the last inning with runners on first and second. So Cody Jeffries, in his first at-bat of the night, tries to get things started for the Gatemen.
Jeffries has not seen a ton of action recently. His last start was June 28th against Falmouth. But he started to slow down a little bit. He's a 190 hitter at this point in the Cape League season after coming out and starting at about a 260, 270 clip. Has drawn 5 walks, though.
And the first pitch to Jeffries, that misses up high. That's a fastball from Saravo. Jeffries in the lineup tonight, we've seen a bit of a change with Troy and him playing second. We saw a lot of Jeffries and Jarvis combinations in the middle infield, and Troy making a start as Jeffries pops that up high into shallow left field, backing up his ball, the shortstop. He's able to make the catch, but not easy. It looked like it was in the middle of his glove, popped out, and sort of ended up with a bit of a snow cone. I think he got some laughs from certainly Saravo and a couple of his infielders. So a fairly routine out number one that wasn't so routine.
Not at all. I mean, that almost popped out of his glove. He was just he squeezed it, it popped out, and then he squeezed it a second time and just got it.
It was that second squeeze that got the out. So that brings up Tommy Troy. And the pitch to Troy fouls that over the right field bleachers. Troy struck out looking in the first inning. He's 4 for 8 on the season, has 1 RBI, been great in the field, and also good at the plate too, so certainly a good guy to have in the leadoff spot for Wareham. In the 0-1 to Troy. He hits that well into right field. Moving to his left is Johnson. And Johnson, that ball drops. It's in the fair territory, so Troy rounds second, and he's into third standing. The coach was waving him home, but Troy, out of instinct, decided to stay at third. So that's something that maybe we wouldn't see on too many nights, but a combination of the weather and a well-hit ball from Troy, that lands him on third base. So that's with him on third, that brings up Tres Gonzalez.
The first triple of the season for the Gatemen. How about that? Tommy Troy just keeps it fair in the corner of right field, and he was screaming around the bases. I think it was a good call for him to hold up at the third base back because he would have been thrown out at the plate. But an easy triple. I mean, he was in standing up to third, and the Gatemen have a chance to bring in the first run of the game. What an opportunity for Tres Gonzalez as the infield starts to move up here with only 1 out.
I don't see that too often. Johnson just made a really close. He was very close to making a great play on it, but just overran it. And so Troy able to reach third standing as Gonzalez fouls the first one off over the left shoulder of Pendleton. So with Troy at third and 1 out, they count at 0-1 for Gonzalez.
I love the aggressive approach, though. I mean, he knows if he can just lift something up to the outfield, there's a great chance Troy can score. And in a game like this, with these conditions, runs are extremely valuable.
And Gonzalez takes the 0-1. That's a breaking ball that misses just up high, so the count now even at 1. Jack Gonzalez singled in the first inning. So with 1 out, The 1-1 coming from Saravo after a look over to third at Troy. And another breaking ball. This one just misses outside. Both of those been a couple of hangers. Haven't had a ton of dip on either of his past two breaking balls. That one staying outside. Of course, the first one staying up high. So the count at 2-1. And the pitch, that's fouled off by Gonzalez. So that evens the count at 2.
And he's on that fastball. He's just a little bit underneath it, and that's why he's fouling it over the left side. Twice in a row, or twice in this at bat, I should say, he's done that. You just got to put it in play, though. Give yourself a chance here.
So the 2-2 to Gonzalez. That's fouled again. Gonzalez staying alive.
He was on that one that time. He was just a little bit late. He hasn't gotten all of the first two. He got all of that one, but was just a little bit behind it.
Gatemen with 2 chances to try to bring in Troy after his triple. And the 2-2. That's grounded over to the first baseman, Pujols. And so able to score is Troy. He fires over to Romano. So Troy had, off the contact, he started for home, and Pujols took a look over, decided that he would have been too late. So he made the decision to check down over to Romano as they get out number 2, but the Gatemen get that important run, so that puts them on top 1-0.
That was a very odd sequence, and the reason you buckled there is just because Pujols basically was about to gun it home, and then at the very last second turned back and barely got Gonzalez on the flip at first. It was an odd sequence, but the Gatemen will take it. They get the first run in a tough ball game with tough conditions as Cade Kern fouls off the first pitch to him. But a night like tonight, I've said it a couple times, every run is huge, and to have that 1-0 lead in the bottom of the third is big. Nice job by Troy setting things up with the one-out triple.
So the 0-1 to Kern. He grounds that right back to the pitcher, Saravo. And he's going to take his time and toss over to Pujols. Gatemen do get one off of the triple from Troy and then the RBI from Tres Gonzalez. So when we come back, we're going to enter the top of the 4th. Gatemen leading 1-0 here on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
Located on the Cape Cod Canal, Keystone Place at Buzzards Bay is the area's newest rental independent living, assisted living, and memory care community. With some of the area's largest apartments and an ultra-inclusive monthly service package, Keystone Place is a life-fulfilling retirement community unlike any other. Discover Keystone Place, the best option in Cape Cod.
One of the Gatemen's favorite places for their post-game meals is Cool Cone, where you can get anything from fried clams and fried chicken to an ice cream sundae, and then top it all off with a round of mini golf. Cool Cone, located on Route 6 on the Wareham-Marion line.
The law firm of Lang, Exafaris & Bullard, providing families and businesses in the greater New Bedford community with legal services for 40 years. We look forward to serving you. For an appointment, call 508-992-1270. We invite you to learn more about the law firm of Lang, Exafaris & Bullard by visiting our website, lxblaw.com.
Legacy Insurance Agency at 213 Main Street here in Wareham can offer you coverage for all your insurance needs. We have the bundle discounts, the accident forgiveness, the vanishing deductible, no loss, etc. But unlike those gimmick companies, we can quote you with multiple carriers. So forget the lizard and price tool and come talk to a professional. We'll help you find what's right for you.
Welcome back to Spillane Field as we enter the top half of the 4th inning. Gatemen scored one in the bottom of the 3rd, so the Gatemen lead 1-0. And we have a pitching change for the Gatemen, Rubio Candelario, after 3 scoreless. Now on the bump is Alex Pham.
Yeah, Pham, he's going to go fastball slider as his main 2 pitches. Coming out of University of San Francisco, and we've only seen him once on the Cape League season. That was against Brewster. He threw a scoreless inning, only gave up one base runner off of a walk. So his second inning of action, he was supposed to get some action against YD on Wednesday, but Jonathan Brand ended up getting a late start after Swanson was able to go 5 innings. So Brand had to go deeper into the game, and Pham was cut off. He was the 4th pitcher in line. But first out of the pen tonight, and excited to see his stuff.
So leading off for Hyannis is the second baseman, Ryan Romano. He flied out to Kern over in right field to end the first inning. And the pitch from Pham. Romano shows bunt, but pulls back, but that's in there for strike 1. Hyannis looking a lot like the New York Mets tonight. We talked in the last broadcast about some teams that used to have MLB names but changed. The uniform still very similar for Hyannis as Romano grounds that over to Brannigan at third, who fires over to Spina. A little bit trickier than what it would normally be on a dry night, but still able to get the out. So that's the first out, and that brings up Marcus Pujols.
Yeah, Despina had to stretch all the way for that one to his right off the bag, but a nice job keeping his foot on. Brannigan casual and a nice pickup if you just take a little more time with it. I think he had more time than he thought he did, so he tried to just flick his wrist, but he could have set to throw. Then again, setting to throw in a wet infield grass is tough.
Certainly not an easy night in the field, so Pujols was thrown out trying to steal third in the second inning. He takes a breaking ball that's in there for strike 1. He singled in the second.
That looked like a changeup from Pham. Very pretty pitch. Dropped right into the zone.
Some nice dip on that one. And another, it's grounded to the right half of the infield. And Despina able to scoop that one up, and he tosses over to Pham, who's covering first base. So that's out number 2. Nice play from Despina and good communication from Despina, Pham, and even Troy at second. Some coordination, and it all worked out to get out number 2 for Wareham.
Yeah, it was kind of in no man's land where it was in the infield grass about halfway between Troy, Pham, and Despina, but communicated. Despina picked it up. Pham covered the bag. Great job all around.
So with 2 outs, that brings up Mitchell Hardigan. He takes a fastball low that just misses on the outside corner. Hardigan, the second member of this Florida Atlantic baseball team here for Hyannis at left field tonight. And he lines that into center field. Gonzalez coming in. He's able to make the catch. So a 1-2-3 inning for Pham. Gatemen still leading 1-0. We'll be back in a few moments on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
The AD Makepeace Company also owns and operates Reed Custom Soils, the area's leading manufacturer of custom soils, including CU structural soil and Rooflight certified green roof media. Reed Custom Soils is also a manufacturer and distributor of baseball infield mix and conditioners. To learn more, visit admakepeace.com or reedcustomsoils.com.
Got legal trouble? Attorney Mark Deshays is here to help the greater New Bedford area with real estate and business law, estate planning, and probate. Visit him today.
After the game, visit El Mariachi on Main Street for the best Mexican food in Wareham. The cantina provides a delicious late-night snack accompanied by fun cocktails.
We enter the bottom of the 4th inning here on a misty, foggy, cloudy, cold, windy, other adjectives
Insert
to
other.
describe the weather night here in Wareham. Leading off for the Gatemen is Owen Diodati, the left fielder. And following him is going to be Justin Williams and Jimmy Crooks. We talked earlier that this is a pretty exciting part of the Gatemen lineup, and with some chances to add some more runs as the Gatemen lead 1-0 after Tommy Troy scored after hitting a triple in the 3rd. And Saravo still on the mound for Hyannis. And the first pitch to Diodati Diodati takes a check swing. Did not go. That missed on the outside corner for ball 1.
So you talked about his first time up, Owen, but the last about 5 or 6 games, Diodati has been slow. He's gotten out every time or every first plate appearance.
And Diodati takes another pitch, but that one's in there. Just caught the outside corner. Those first 2 pitches look pretty similar, but umpire ruled that one a strike, so the count even at 1. And the pitch from Saravo, that's a breaking ball that was never anywhere near the zone. Didn't look like he had a great grip on that one, so the count at 2-1. Diodati leading things off here for the Gatemen.
What I was going to say is slow starts to games, but after that first at-bat, I mean, anything is fair game here. Double to the opposite field, home run to right.
Right, watch out. Diodati swings and misses on the 2-1, so the count even at 2. We talked a few games ago about Diodati working on his opposite field power. His pull power is clear, but on a night like tonight where it's rare the wind blowing in from right field, opposite field power could be useful as Diodati takes the 2-2 in the dirt, and that brings us to a full count.
And that's where his biggest hole is, in left center tonight.
Sure is. A lot of space between Hardigan and Rose.
He's been played relatively straight up, though.
So the payoff pitch from Saravo. Diodati fouls that one back towards us behind home plate, so he stays alive.
And he's not just a home run hitter. I know he leads the league with 4 home runs, but we've seen him do everything from going opposite field. He's able to rope singles into right field, grounds them right side, and they get through. That's why you haven't seen a ton of shifts against him, too.
So second payoff pitch coming, and Diodati hits that well into right field, and backing up his Rose, he's able to make the catch. That ball hammered, but with the wind coming in from right field and on a heavy night, that one stays in. Good catch there from Rose in center, so Diodati heads back to the dugout after out number 1.
Yeah, got a lot of it, but was a little bit late on where he normally is. When he normally hits it out, I mean, it's straight pull power to right field, and that one was more right center field. So didn't quite have enough on it, but quality at bat from Diodati, and not a lot to be upset about heading back to the dugout for him.
So after a good piece from Diodati, Williams now, he hits that well to right field, and at the wall is Johnson. He's able to make the catch, so 2 back-to-back well-hit balls from Diodati and Williams that maybe on another night with a different wind could have been home runs, but 2 good catches, one from Rose, one from Johnson. So 2 outs now for Jimmy Crooks.
Oh, Williams is starting to tap into that power. He had 2 home runs on Wednesday, nearly got that one out of here. He's looking really good at the plate.
Really looks like he's gaining some confidence, so Jimmy Crooks fouls that one off. Crooks, he grounded out to second in the second inning. Comes into this game batting .238, 2 doubles and a home run. Also an excellent defensive catcher. So after fouling off the first one, the 0-1 coming from Saravo, and Crooks takes a check swing, but he's able to hold up. So Pendleton wasn't able to hold on to that one. That one was a good pitch from Saravo, but ruled a ball, so the count even at 1 with 2 outs. Nobody on for the Gatemen, leading 1-0. And Crooks grounds that through the gap between Romano and Ball. So he's aboard, the first man aboard for the Gatemen in this inning. That brings up Jack Brannigan.
Nice job by Crooks. Finds a hole, able to ground it through. Possibly could start a 2-out rally. His skills behind the plate are impressive, Owen, but he's been good at the dish as well.
Certainly a good two-way catcher. And Brannigan, who singled in the second, comes into this game. Again, he got activated in the game starting at Bourne a few days ago, so his Cape League season relatively new. And the first pitch to Brannigan gets by Pendleton, so Crooks able to reach second standing up, so he gets into scoring position, and those chances of that 2-out rally looking a little bit better than they did about 10 seconds ago.
Yeah, Crooks into scoring position. Brannigan singled his first time up. It's an opportunity. Gatemen were able to get a run in the last inning off Tommy Troy's triple that just dropped into the corner of right field. And you'd love to add to it. This is a Hyannis team that has struggled mightily to score runs. I mean, they're only averaging just over 3 runs a game.
That's not going to get too many wins in the Cape League. Not too many. Gatemen did tie their last game at YD 3-3, but when looking at a lot of scores, there aren't too many scores below 4 or 5. So
yeah, Gatemen averaging 4.5, and they're in the bottom half of the league right now in runs per game.
So after a look at Crooks on second, Saravo deals the 1-0, and that just catches the outside corner, so the count even at 1. Again, Gatemen, after scoring in the third, lead 1-0 over Hyannis with 2 outs. And Crooks on second after his single, and then reaching after that ball in the dirt. So the 1-1 coming from Saravo, and Brannigan thought about it, took a check swing, and the first base umpire says he did not go. Brannigan just able to hold up. Pendleton thought that he might have gone around, but ruled a ball, so the count at 2-1. And Saravo gets the sign from Pendleton and gets set to deliver the 2-1. And the pitch, that's high, up at shoulder level for Brannigan. So the count at 3-1. Only Crooks only man aboard for the Gatemen this inning. He's on second, 2 outs. And the righty Brannigan at third base tonight gets set to take the 3-1. And that one misses. That's ball 4. So Brannigan on first, Crooks on second for Angelo Despina.
Nice at bat by Brannigan. If he doesn't throw you strikes, there's nothing you can do. And you get up to Despina, who struck out his first time up, but he's been solid recently in force and mound visit. Looks like manager Gary Calhoun is going to head out there.
So we may have a pitching change here at Spillane. We'll keep you updated on that. After Brannigan reached for the second time tonight, he's had some offensive struggles so far this season, but a good start for him tonight. And certainly Despina has been catching some fire recently, so a good sign for the Gatemen as we are going to have a pitching change. And we'll return in a few minutes. So with Crooks on second, Brannigan on first, 2 outs. Gatemen leading 1-0. We'll be back in a few moments on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
Get your glow on at Compassionate Med Spa. They're compassionate about getting your perfect skin. Come get your glow on. Call 774-678-7319. Mention this ad and get 25% off at Hydra Facial.
The Mezzaluna Restaurant is a family-run Italian restaurant celebrating 80 years in business. Located on Main Street in Buzzards Bay, Mezzaluna specializes in Italian cuisine, a lunch menu that's the best deal in town, and serving some of Cape Cod's famous prime rib every Wednesday and Saturday. Come enjoy the feast at Mezzaluna, the Italian family restaurant.
For sales and rentals of Caterpillar machinery, generators, and marine engines, visit MiltonCat.com, your area cat dealer. Milton Cat, the Cape and Islands Caterpillar dealer, is proud to be a sponsor of today's game.
Does your insurance agent know you by name, analyze your stats, and help you with your game plan? If the answer is no, then it's time to draft Morse Insurance. Their local team will get to know you, assess your risk, and develop a strategy to protect your home, auto, or business. Visit us online at morseins.com. Hashtag Morse, of course, has your back.
Provides all natural mosquito and tick control services. Call 866-ASK-MARY or go to MosquitoMarys.com. Mention the Cape Cod Baseball League and get your first treatment for only $29.
Welcome back to Spillane Field after a pitching change for Hyannis. Jonah Scalaro, the left-hander out of Florida State, now on the mound for the Harbor Hawks.
That comes in a tough situation. Down a run and runners on first and second with 2 outs, so he's really got to work to get Angelo Despina. But Scalaro, left-hander, with a nice start to his Cape League season. He's only given up 1 earned run in 3 2/3. Off of a hit and 2 walks with 3 strikeouts. So he's done an excellent job when they've called his name.
And Scalaro likes his breaking ball. Definitely some prominently fastball, but likes his breaking ball. It's a nice slider, also a nice curve ball. So he is going to have a tough test for Despina, who's been certainly a productive member offensively of the Gatemen recently, and with 2 outs, 2 men on. Scalaro trying to get out of a bit of a jam and keep the Harbor Hawks down only 1-0.
Scalaro might be the best pitcher on this staff for Hyannis. I mean, at Florida State this past year, 2.28 ERA and 23 2/3. He's good at getting 2 or 3 outs. That's his MO.
And 1 all he needs here, so... And that's grounded by Despina over to Romano at second, and he's going to toss over to the shortstop ball. So Scalaro does get the job done. 1 pitch, 1 out. And the Gatemen threaten with Crooks on second, Brannigan on first, but still go into the top of the 5th, up only 1-0. We'll be back in a few moments on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
Does your insurance agent know you by name, analyze your stats, and help you with your game plan? If the answer is no, then it's time to draft Morse Insurance. Their local team will get to know you, assess your risk, and develop a strategy to protect your home, auto, or business. Visit us online at morseins.com. #Morse, of course, has your back.
The Cape Cod Baseball League would like to welcome our new sponsor, Mosquito Marys, a locally owned, family-operated business that provides all-natural mosquito and tick control services. Call 866-ASK-MARY or go to MosquitoMarys.com. Mention the Cape Cod Baseball League and get your first treatment for only $29.
We head to the 5th on the Gatemen Baseball Network. 1-0 Gatemen lead. Off an RBI ground out from Tres Gonzalez that brought in a Tommy Troy triple in the 3rd. Jack Snegan alongside Owen Shigru. 3 clean innings from Rubiel Candelario. And Alex Pham now out for his 2nd inning of work after he went 1-2-3 in the 4th.
Yeah, really nice outing from Candelario. Just we talked about his struggle in his first performance here with the Gatemen, and on a night that it's not easy to be in the field in general, but certainly not easy to be a pitcher. Candelario with facing very little trouble, and the trouble that he did get in the 3rd with a man on second and a man on first, he was able to get out of that. So 3 scoreless, really good sign for Candelario. And Pham's been excellent as well. In the past inning went 1-2-3, so more good pitching from Wareham.
Greer, Harris, and Pendleton, the 6, 7, 8 hitters due up for Hyannis. First pitch to Greer. Misses upstairs. Greer grounded out to second his first time up. Switch hitter going lefty for the 2nd time in a row against the righty Pham. Here's the 1-0. Swung on and missed. Blew a fastball by him. Greer transferring to Missouri State this fall. Played for McLennan College in Waco, Texas this past season. 1-1, fouled straight back.
And I believe Jimmy Crooks spent some time at McLennan College as well before transferring to OU.
Yes. It's a big-time junior college. No joke. A lot of great players come through there. And he was excellent for them this past season. 326 hitter, 17 homers, 66 RBIs as that pitch skips past Crooks. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Greer. His father, Rusty, played for the Rangers from 1994 to 2002, career .305 hitter. He had a strong MLB career, and Greer following in his footsteps with a strong college career so far. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball called, strike 3. Pham froze Greer for his first strikeout.
That one a beautiful breaking ball there from Pham, and just that sweeping curveball that just made its way into the top of the zone. Really nice start to this 5th inning for Pham.
And so it'll bring up Zane Harris, who was hit by a pitch and stranded on second. His first time up. That was in the 3rd. Righty Pham on the lefty Harris. First pitch is grounded to the right side, and it gets past Brannigan. Bounced out of his glove and into left field, so Harris is on first. We'll see how it's scored, but I would go with an error for Jack Brannigan.
Yeah, it looks like it. Not an easy night, but that one just sneaked under the glove of Brannigan. So Harris, after getting hit in the 3rd, he reaches for the 2nd time.
So it is an error on Brannigan. Runner on first. That's a tying run with 1 away in the top of the 5th. And Caleb Pendleton, the catcher, at the plate. Flew out to center his first time up. First pitch to him is a fastball right down the middle for a strike. Now we've seen 1 error by each third baseman. Hyannis is Greer and Gateman's Brannigan as that pitch misses upstairs to make it a ball and a strike to Pendleton. Still a little bit of a misty rain here at Spillane. Lights are on. Cloudy evening, wind twisting and turning, blowing in from right field at the moment. That pitch swung on and missed. A ball and 2 strikes now to the catcher Pendleton.
Yeah, Pham experimenting with that breaking ball. He's had some really good ones. That one on the strikeout to Greer. And he's going back to it as well. And it's just, there are certainly some good ones, and it's also, you can see on some of those, just looks a little bit slippery, not able to locate all of them as well as he'd like to.
Yeah, but he's done a great job through the first 5 hitters. Only 1 aboard via an error. Here's the 1-2. That's driven hard into left field. Diodati dives and makes the catch. Owen Diodati lays out on a line drive and left. And snatches it out of the air. Harris has to return to first. Now 2 away in the top of the 5th.
Beautiful catch there from Diodati. That's his 2nd diving catch we've seen in the past few games. And that one, he was just in time. The first one, he was sort of coming in on his forehand side. That one totally laid out to his right on the backhand side. And a really good catch. And that's helpful. That keeps Harris on first. And that one could have been extra bases.
First pitch now to the 9-hitter Johnson is a strike. Johnson flew out to right his first time up. 2 outs, runner on first, and a 1-0 Gateman lead in the top of the 5th. Diodati saved what could have potentially been extra bases and possibly a run for Hyannis with a diving catch off Pendleton in left. 0-1, swung on and missed. Fastball got by Johnson, so 2 straight fastballs to him, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Owen Diodati has made a couple diving plays and left. That one is best yet. And Pham had nodded in appreciation after. Now he's 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. 0-2, called strike 3. Got him with the breaking ball. Diodati makes a diving play and left. Pham strikes out the next batter, and the Gatemen take a 1-0 lead into the bottom of the 5th on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
What's up, Gatemen fans? Looking for Wareham jerseys, shirts, and hats? You can find all of that and more online at gateman.org/shop. Visit to get all your Gatemen gear today.
Mosquito bites and ticks. No, yikes! When the bugs get scary, just call Mosquito Mary's 866 Ask Mary or visit us at mosquito MosquitoMarys.com.
Red Shirt Fridays is a national program created to acknowledge, honor, and support our troops who put themselves in harm's way to defend our freedoms. In support of this program, the Cape League teams will be wearing a specially designed red jersey every Friday. This special weekly celebration of Red Shirt Fridays is sponsored by 47 Brand, HP Hood, Cape Cod Regional Transit Authority, Advanced Embroidery, and the Cape League. Support our troops and join us by wearing red each Friday.
Whether it's life insurance to safeguard your loved ones, an umbrella policy to protect your teen driver, or making sure your home is covered from storm damage, Rogers Gray is there to guide you. Insurance is more than just a box to check. Trust Rogers Gray, a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League.
Last of the fifth we go on the Gatemen Baseball Network. Jackson Egan, Owen Shigrew, 1-0 Gatemen lead, and Jeffries, Troy, and Gonzalez, the 9-1-2 hitters, are due up for the Gatemen as Jonas Scalaro takes the hill for the second inning. He was able to get the final out of the fourth to save Saravo from a little bit of trouble, and ended his outing at 3 2/3 with 1 earned run off 3 hits and 2 walks and 3 strikeouts. First pitch to the lefty Jeffries. It's a breaking ball that misses inside. Jeffries popped out to short his first time up. Lefty-lefty matchup here. 1-0, fouled over the left side. Gateman's only run came in the third after Tommy Troy tripled, and then Gonzalez's grounder to the right side brought him in. It's been the only run of the game. Quiet offensively. Gateman with 3 hits. Hyannis with only 1 hit. An error for each side as well. 1-1. Curveball that missed inside.
Yeah, Jeffries, he's had some struggles so far this season offensively, batting just 190 coming into this game, but an on-base percentage of .346, so he's taken some good walks in that 9 spot for Wareham.
That pitch fouled straight back. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Cody Jeffries out of San Diego. Jeffries, pretty good speed on the bases. Contact hitter. 2-2. Low and away. You'd love to get him aboard to start the last of the fifth, Owen. Try and add to that 1-0 lead. Gatemen have yet to have a leadoff runner in this game. Here's the payoff pitch. Knuckled out into shallow center. The second baseman Romano backs up and easily makes the grab. So 1 away in the bottom of the fifth. Still nobody on for the leadoff man, Tommy Troy. And he's a big reason the Gatemen have a 1-0 lead. 1 for 2 with a triple in the third. That was with 1 out, and then Gonzalez's grounder to the right side brought him in for the only run of the game in the third. First pitch to Troy, off the plate. What an addition he's been just through now 2 games and some change. 1-0 outside.
It was fun talking to Tommy Troy a few games ago about his experience in the CWS. As that, of course, wrapped up a few nights ago with Mississippi State taking the title. It was just cool to hear the mindset for Troy and his teammates. A really cool stage.
2-0, swung on and missed. Another cool thing, Ron Polk, our assistant here, the former Mississippi State coach, got to go to Game 3 and experience his team winning that championship. Of course, he's a legend at Mississippi State, as the 2-1 is upstairs. That was just really cool to see him be able to experience that. He got featured on the broadcast as well. I mean, everybody knows him. And it's fun to have him out here for summers with the Wareham Gatemen.
Really cool night for him, and all of Mississippi State. Dak Prescott was in the stands, and Von Polk, you're right, a huge piece of that broadcast. Mentioned a lot in the ninth inning. It's just a foundational piece of what's become an incredible program at Mississippi State and a really cool Gatemen connection.
That pitch missed upstairs to Troy, so he's aboard with the walk. 1-0 lead for Wareham in the bottom of the fifth. Runner on first and 1 out for Tres Gonzalez. He reached on an error his first time up, and then brought in Troy from third with a 3-4 ground out his last time up. First pitch tries to bunt down the third base line, but it goes foul. But it was a crazy year in the CWS. We had NC State forced to bow out due to COVID issues. Tough finish for them. Vandy gets an automatic bid into the championship. Then they take game 1, but Mississippi State storms back for 2 blowout wins in games 2 and 3.
Always entertaining in Omaha. And I also heard on the broadcast that was Mississippi State's first team national title in any sport. And that one surprised me. They were up there a few years ago in football, and obviously they didn't win that year, but a school that always seems to me like it would have such excellent athletics. I was surprised to hear that, but certainly very exciting. Mississippi State has a phenomenal baseball fan base.
0-1 driven deep to right field, and Johnson will move to his right and make the catch. Hard hit ball from Gonzalez, but ultimately just a fly out. Troy holds it first, 2 away now. And Cade Kern coming to the plate. 1-0 Wareham lead. But yeah, long drought for Mississippi State baseball. They've won 11 SEC championships. But their first championship, how cool is that? 31 seasons under Ron Polk. And as we mentioned, an establishing piece, and now he's in Wareham. We're so lucky to have him here.
An incredible atmosphere that night in the final against Vandy, and I believe I saw that Mississippi State in one of their super regional games set an attendance record. I want to say something like 15,000.
Yeah. Troy goes, throw to second, skips into center field. It looked like Pendleton had Troy at second, but the throw gets away from Romano, and Troy has a stolen base.
And looked like Troy, after reaching second, after the ball got through, he sort of raised his head in frustration that he maybe could have taken third, but I think might have been better for him. I think if he'd taken off for third, the center fielder, Rose, at that point was in good position. So Troy in scoring position again, this time on second. Of course, the triple in the third, so more potential for some runs for Wareham.
Already his third stolen base, and this is his third game on Cape Cod. 1-0 pitch to Kern, misses outside. Kern is 0 for 2, grounded into a double play in the first, and then to the pitcher's mound in the third. Swung on and missed. Kern has been struggling a little bit recently. Has had 2 big home runs in his last 20 at-bats, but he's only 3 for his last 20, Owen, coming into this game. So now 3 for 22.
I know he has the power. Those 2 home runs, 9 RBI.
Right. I think he's just trying a little too hard. He's trying to hit the ball as far as he can when he comes to the plate. Here's the 2-1. Swung on and missed. So Kern was ahead 2-0, now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Troy, the lone base runner at second, 2 away in the bottom of the fifth as Wareham tries to add to a 1-run lead. Kern wagging the bat above the plate. Now spins it around and holds it above his right shoulder. Scalaro working from the belt. The pitch cut on and missed. 3 straight swings and misses for Cade Kern. That retires the fifth. Still a 1-run game. Wareham on top as we head to the sixth.
South Coast Health Operators of Charlton Memorial, St. Luke's, and Toby Hospitals delivers an unmatched combination of clinical excellence with a personal touch. They are proud to serve as Southeastern Massachusetts and Rhode Island's only not-for-profit health system, as well as the region's largest employer. South Coast Healthcare, plus something more.
Catchers aren't the only ones protecting home. With Rogers Gray, you have more coastal homeowners insurance options and a true expertise in their people. Protect your home with Rogers Gray. Rogers Gray is a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Learn more at rogersgray.com.
The Gateway Tavern, located on Marion Road in Wareham, offers an extensive but not exhaustive array of menu choices. They search for the finest in foods, ranging from garden fresh produce to hand-selected seafood, and have special menus that change daily. The Gateway Tavern is proud to be the official helmet of the Wareham Gatemen.
Wherever you call home, from Boston to the South Shore to the South Coast to the Cape and Islands, Rogers Gray has you covered for all of your coastal homeowners insurance needs. Rogers Gray is a proud sponsor of the...
Welcome back to the Gatemen Baseball Network, top of the sixth. The 1-0 Wareham lead, Jackson Egano and Shagru, and we're back to the top of the lineup for Hyannis with Caden Rose, Kyle Ball, and Ryan Romano, all right-handers against the righty Pham, out for his third inning of work. His first pitch to Rose is skied into foul territory. Despina giving chase. That'll get out of play, though. Rose is 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the first. He drew a walk in the third, where Hyannis left 2 base runners. They've left 3 on the bases so far tonight. Candelario, 3 scoreless innings. Pham now in his third inning of work. He's gone 2 scoreless with a couple strikeouts. The only base runner he's given up came on an error by the third baseman, Brannigan, and he got some help by Diodati with an excellent diving catch in left field in the last inning. 0-1, curveball misses inside. Caden Rose, Alabama's main starter in center field, waiting. That pitch fouled off. A ball and 2 strikes now to Rose. Started 42 games, played in 54 this past season for Bama. Struggled at the plate, only a 190 hitter. But he is an excellent athlete out of Bob Jones High School. 1-2, swung on and missed. Pham's third strikeout, and he's dealing.
Just the performance continues from Pham. Candelario had a great start, and Pham has looked smooth tonight, and that one a great fastball, and that just sort of falling away swing from Rose.
Now Kyle Ball to the plate. First pitch to him is a strike. 1 away, nobody on in the top of the sixth. Gatemen ahead 1-0 thanks to Troy's triple. That was brought in by Tres Gonzalez. And Kyle Ball at the plate, a righty-righty matchup for Pham. That pitch grounded up the middle, and it just sneaks through to center field for a base hit. So Ball squeaks one into the outfield for his first hit of the night. He's now 1 for 3, and that's a tying run at first with 1 away for the Harbor Hawks, and Ryan Romano, the second baseman, coming to the plate.
Yeah, no shift there. Troy at second base, still definitely in his normal spot, and that one just it went pretty much right up the middle, and Troy did well to backhand that one, but it's still not in time. That ball in center field by that point, so Ball was able to reach pretty easily. No stress for him.
Romano 0 for 2 so far tonight. Brannigan coming up from third as the first pitch to him misses high. So Gateman potentially worried about a Romano bunt here to try and move the tying run into scoring position. Marcos Pujols is on deck, and he's been the best hitter thus far this season for Hyannis with the home run and 5 RBIs. 1-0, swung on and missed, got the fastball by Romano. Pham has a great fastball-curveball combination working now, Owen.
He sure does, and he's had some freedom being up in these counts, and he's gone to that curveball and gotten a couple strikeouts on it. It's really nice when it works out.
Here's the 1-1. Fastball high and outside. As I mentioned earlier, a Hyannis team that's just struggling to put runs on the board, barely averaging 3 runs a game. Their 195 average is second to last in the league, and they're last in on-base and slugging percentage. That's a big reason they're 2-7 on the Cape League season. And it's been the strikeouts, striking out nearly a third of the time. They have 4 strikeouts tonight. Throw over to first. That'll check on ball. Night clearing up a little bit. Still a steady breeze coming in from right. But the mist starting to go away. 2-1, swung on and missed.
And the two bullpens now, guys huddled together. Still not a warm night, but
yeah, it's chilly. It's mid-60s with a thick breeze as that pitch is sent into foul territory and out of play over the right side. Wareham 3-4-2. Currently tied for third in the West standings, just 2 games back from Falmouth. The win's worth 2, the tie's worth 1. Bourne's in first with 16 points. Wareham and Katuitt, of course, tied at 8, and Falmouth at 10. And second, the Hawks in last with 4 points. 2-2, called strike 3. Fam's 4th strikeout, and it was again the Brinky ball that got Romano. Now 2 away, and ball still standing at first as the Gatemen lead 1-0 in the 6th. Hyannis' best hitter coming to the plate in Marcos Pujols.
And that one's just another great breaking ball from Pham and certainly froze Romano. And it's just caught the outside corner. And Pham is absolutely dealing. Looks very confident on the mound.
Crooks is going to have a conversation with Pham. I think they just know the power they're dealing with Pujols. Pujols is 1 for 2 with a single in the second. He was caught stealing by Crooks at third. George Caralejo, the pitching coach, is going to join this visit. Crooks was just starting to head to the plate. He goes, oh, I'll go ahead and head back to the mound. See what Caralejo has to say to Pham. And it looks like he's going to make a change. So a bit of a surprise here as the Gatemen will make a call to the bullpen. 2 away in the 6th and a runner on first as the Gatemen lead 1-0. We'll step aside, tell you about the new pitcher when we come back on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
Catchers aren't the only ones protecting home. With Rogers Gray, you have more coastal homeowners insurance options and a true expertise in their people. Protect your home with Rogers Gray. Rogers Gray is a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Learn more at rogersgray.com.
The Gateway Tavern, located on Marion Road in Wareham, offers an extensive but not exhaustive array of menu choices. They search for the finest in foods, ranging from garden fresh produce to hand-selected seafood, and have special menus that change daily. The Gateway Tavern is proud to be the official helmet of the Wareham Gatemen.
Wherever you call home, from Boston to the South Shore to the South Coast to the Cape and Islands, Rogers Gray has you covered for all of your coastal homeowners insurance needs. Rogers Gray is a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Learn more at rogersgray.com.
That double play is brought to you by TM Ryder Insurance Agency. Package your home and auto insurance for the perfect double play.
Village Signs of Mattapoisett. They do it all, from logo design, trucks and buildings, to boats. Village Signs has proudly served Southern New England for over 35 years. Visit them at villagesigns.inc.com for all your signage needs.
Beat the heat and join us at Waterways, a water experience unlike any other this side of the bridge. Open daily, head over to the water park on Route 28, the Cranberry Highway.
Welcome back to the Gatemen Baseball Network. Alex Pham's day is done. He was excellent with 2 2/3 innings. No hits or walks or runs. 4 strikeouts. Nice job, Alex Pham. And Hunter Skillport will come in. His second appearance on the Cape League season out of the University of the Pacific. 2 innings against Bourne. Didn't give up any runs off of 2 hits and had a strikeout.
Yeah, Skillport, a great outing against Bourne. Also, he has a good fastball, also works in a slider and a curveball. He likes that slider, and really nice, especially against left-handed hitters, that one running away from them. So Skillport with a good pitch mix, and with Pujols coming up and the Gatemen trying to stay on top, certainly trying to get a big out here for Wareham.
Yep. Runner on first, 2 outs, 1-0 Gatemen lead in the top of the 6th, and the most dangerous man at the plate for Hyannis, Marcos Pujols, in the left-handed box. Lefty-lefty matchup. Skillport first going to check on ball over at first. Pujols' average has been down, just barely over 200, but he has a home run and 5 RBIs. First pitch to him, fouled straight back. Pujols has been at Dayton for 3 seasons, 2 as an everyday starter. He was a first-team All-Atlantic 10 player this past year as a DH, hit .346 with 12 homers and 53 RBIs, slugged .585, Owen. So certainly came into this league with a pedigree of power. Oh, 1 swung on and missed. Nice job by Skillport getting him quickly into an 0-2 count.
Yeah, Pujols, a big swing there. Looked like he wanted that one, that fastball up in the zone, but Skillport able to blow it by him. So 0-2, a nice position for Skillport.
Needs 1 out to get out of the top of the 6th. And he's 1 strike away now. 0-2 from the belt. Swung on and missed. Skillport just needs 3 pitches in relief of Pham. And he retires the side in the top of the 6th. 1-0 Gatemen. Their bats coming up after this on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
Cape Cod Coca-Cola thanks you for supporting the Cape Cod Baseball League and for refreshing yourself with ice-cold Coca-Cola products. Please remember to recycle your empty bottles, cans, and all other recyclable materials. It takes only 6 recycled plastic bottles to make a new baseball cap.
The 99 Restaurant and Pub is proud to be a sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Visit your local 99 and try their famous colossal lobster rolls. Piled high on grilled brioche and served hot buttered or with just the right amount of mayo and celery with fries and coleslaw. The 99, always the real deal. Badger Sport is a leading provider of superior quality team uniforms and performance athletic wear, including performance t-shirts, fleeces, shorts, and pants. From the fields to the stands and at every practice along the way, Founders Sport Group makes authentic, quality apparel accessible at the speed of the sport. Visit foundersport.com today.
To the last of the sixth we go on the Gatemen Baseball Network. Wareham ahead of Hyannis 1-0. First meeting between these two teams in 2021, and after Scalaro goes a clean 1 1/3, Hyannis will make a change. They'll go with the right-hander Nolan Crisp out of Georgia. Had a great season at Georgia this past year, a 3.9 ERA and 27 2/3. And Crisp on the Cape League season has struggled a little bit. 7.71 ERA through 4 2/3. He's given up 8 hits and 4 walks and has 6 strikeouts.
Yeah, Crisp, not the start he would have liked for his Cape League season. This is his 4th appearance, so another one of those guys doesn't tend to stay in too long. We might only see him for an inning, but after a good season at UGA, we know he has the stuff, and he's finding his rhythm, and he has a tough part of the lineup for the 3rd time. Diodati leading things off for Wareham.
Yeah. Weird to see your 4-hitter leading off an inning for the 3rd straight time, but that's what Diodati will do. It's him, Williams, and Crooks, the 4, 5, 6 hitters, due up for the Gatemen. Diodati 0 for 2 with a strikeout in the 2nd and a deep fly out to center in the 4th. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch from the right-hander Crisp misses outside. Crisp from the University of Georgia. 1-0, fouled straight back.
Yeah, Diodati, after a strikeout in the 2nd, he bombed in the 4th to center field, so moving in the right direction. We've talked about him finding his rhythm as games go on.
The wind has died down a little bit in right field. It's blowing in today, rare for Spillane Field. It's usually blowing out to right as that pitch is chopped foul down the first baseline. A ball and 2 strikes now to Diodati. All 4 of his home runs on the Cape League season, which leads the league, have been to right field. And pretty much all of them to dead right field.
Yeah, he has the power. Even on a night like tonight, Diodati certainly with his power, again, especially to right field, he can certainly put one over that fence.
Gatemen ahead 1-0. This is a team that doesn't struggle to hit the ball. They lead the league with 12 homers. 3rd in average, 3rd in slugging. Problem is the base running and the leaving runners on. I hate to constantly bring it up, but that's been a problem. They've had 8 runners caught stealing. That's 2nd in the league. As the 1-2 is swung on and missed. Chased an outside pitch. And Diodati will head back to the dugout with his 2nd strikeout.
Yeah, the Gatemen, in terms of those base running and left on base issues, we talked earlier tonight about how they've been improving with that,
yes.
But with those numbers and where they are in the standings, again, it is early, but a little bit frustrating. Some of those miscues have come back to bite them a little bit.
Justin Williams up now. First pitch to him misses low. 1-0 Gatemen lead. 1 out, nobody on in the last of the 6th. Williams is 0 for 1. He did draw a walk in the 2nd. And hit a deep fly ball to right as that pitch misses to make it 2 balls and no strikes to Williams. DH in today out of Penn State. He backed up Johnson to the wall in right his last at-bat. Hit 2 homers Wednesday as that pitch is guyed out of play over the left side. Williams broke his bat into 3 or 4 different pieces. One of the pieces up the first baseline, one by the third base bag.
And thankfully, that one didn't hurt anybody. We were over in Falmouth a few nights ago, and I believe it was Crooks, and he took a big swing, and as a lefty, that bat went flying into the right-hand bleachers, and that one looked like everyone was okay down that left field line, so something to keep an eye on. It's not that sort of pouring rain that it was in Falmouth, so
sure.
Right, the bat's certainly slippery, but Williams doing the best he can to make sure that he's able to hang on to this bat.
That was a game on June 23rd, ended up getting canceled after 2 innings. Deemed a no contest. Only 2 teams got a game in that day, Chatham and YD. YD atop the East standings right now, and that extra game a big part of it. All the teams that had a no contest had no chance at points. YD gets 2 points for a win, and that's helped them out tremendously. They're in first by 2 points over Brewster.
And, in a long season, those things usually would tend to even out, but this is a short season, so.
And no makeups.
Right,
either.
no makeup, so luck of the draw.
Williams has a new bat, and that pitch to him is fouled straight back. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes to Williams. 1 out, nobody on in the bottom of the 6th. Gatemen ahead 1-0. Their lone run came in the 3rd on an RBI ground out from Tres Gonzalez that brought in Tommy Troy. Here's the 2-2. Low.
Now the good thing about a lot of those rainouts is usually the teams are within about a 50-mile radius. So a lot of the same weather for most of the teams, but there is certainly going to be some nights where there's different weather.
Payoff pitch, swung on and missed. 2 straight strikeouts for Crisp to start his outing. So an encouraging sign for him after he had 3 tough appearances on the Cape League season. Jimmy Crooks to the plate now with 2 outs and nobody on. Gatemen ahead 1-0, but this is another one of those nights, Owen, where everybody wants to try and get in the game. Everyone's in the same boat tonight with that misty rain. As the first pitch to Crooks misses outside. And the Gatemen have crossed that threshold. If they play a full inning, like to a point where there's a full inning, as that is hammered deep to center. Rose backs up, makes the catch. So we'll continue the conversation on the rain and how that's affecting everyone's schedule this summer when we come back for the 7th. 1-0 Wareham lead on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
For a nostalgic Cape Cod vacation experience, head to Bay Motor Inn, where guests are treated like family. Located in the heart of Buzzards Bay Village, this 1950-style cottage colony still provides you with up-to-date amenities. The Gatemen thank the Bay Motor Inn for their support.
Baseball Factory's vision is to guide both players and parents through the college recruiting process into professionally trained players in order to find a school that is the right fit, both academically and athletically. Contact us at 877-752-6025.
Come on over to BB's Bar and Grill for food, drinks, and fun. Located on Cranberry Highway, come in to sample the delicious eats or relax with a drink while enjoying live entertainment. BB's is one of our team meal partners.
With professional coaches that provide personalized world-class baseball training, Baseball Factory helps every player take his game to the next level. Get a pro evaluation by calling 877-752-6025.
We enter the top of the 7th here at Spillane Field. A new pitcher for the Gatemen, Spencer Miles out of Mizzou, making his 3rd appearance so far this summer with a 4.5 ERA and 0-1 record. So far this season, he's pitched 2 innings, gave up 1 run, and the right-hander comes in at the top of the 7th with the Gatemen leading 1-0.
Yeah, he's going to go fastball, breaking ball combo. But he had a tough first outing and then came out and threw a very clean inning his second time out in a 3-3 tie against Falmouth. He struck out the side. Can't be much better than that. So we'll see how he is in his 3rd appearance. This could be kind of one of those make-or-break appearances for Spencer Miles. A lot of pitchers moving in and out, and each appearance is extremely important for each guy as to how the rest of their summer will go.
So with perhaps what's a lot at stake, Spencer Miles settles in. He's going to face Mitchell Hardigan, the left fielder out of FAU. Hardigan's 0 for 2. He grounded into a fielder's choice in the 2nd, did not reach. And then he flied out to center in the 4th.
Not to mention, it's a 1-0 game. So
Right. And Hardigan fouls this first one off high behind home plate. And to continue the conversation about the rain we were talking earlier, Jack,
sure,
we determined, that there's really no incentive for any team to not want to play a game, right? Because if you don't get any points and you don't play, that's basically a loss.
Not playing is a loss. And if you do play, as that pitch misses inside to make it 1-1 to Hardigan, you give yourself a chance at points. I mean, especially in a season where there's only 4 teams making the playoffs, the best 2 in each division. Normally it's 8 out of 10 teams make the playoffs. As that pitch misses as well to make it 2-1. I mean, you got to want to play. And if you don't play, you're basically taking a loss. So when you can get a game in, you have to do it. You don't really have a choice if you want to try and make the playoffs.
So the 2-1 is a breaking ball that misses low inside. That brings the count to 3-1. So you understand, I think, after thinking about the points, why so many of these teams want to play as Hardigan takes ball 4. So he's the first man aboard for Hyannis here in the 7th. And with no makeups and the way that the points work, again, teams that don't play receive no points. So on that night when 8 of the 10 teams didn't play and YD got the win, that's 2 points. That's a huge advantage over the other 9 teams in the league.
Right.
So with Hardigan on first, up next for Hyannis is the third baseman, Mason Greer, as he takes a fastball that catches the outside corner for strike 1. So Gatemen, after scoring in the third, leading 1-0 here over Hyannis. And the pitch from Miles, that's a fastball that just stays up high, so that evens the count at 1. Still a steady mist falling. It's been like this for several hours this afternoon, and a chilly night after a hot stretch for a few days. And that one's fouled over the right shoulder of Crooks, so that one's down the left field line.
We talked about how important it is getting in each game with the weather. You look at the standings, and you can see there's a battle for second right now in the West. I know it's early in the season, but Bourne with 16 points, Falmouth with 10, and then Catuit and Wareham basically a game behind them, or 2 points, as you would get for a win, with 8.
And the breaking ball from Miles is in there for strike 3, so he gets Greer looking. Nice breaking ball that made its way into the upper part of the zone. So 1 away for Zane Harris, the designated hitter.
Yeah, tying run on first, big strikeout for the first out of the 7th.
Harris has reached twice, got hit in the 3rd, reached out an error in the 5th, so not the conventional 2 singles or anything like that, but he has reached. And the first pitch, that just misses outside, so 1-0 for Harris. Harris, who came into this game batting .222 with 3 doubles, 1 home run. As Hardigan takes his lead on first after drawing a walk to lead things off. And that fastball just misses on the outside corner. Looked good from here, but just stayed high and outside, so the count at 2-0. And the pitch coming from Miles. That's fouled up high down the left field line. So the count at 2-1.
Some updates from around the league. Bourne ahead of Falmouth, 6-3 in the bottom of the 9th, looking to continue that best start in the Cape League in the last decade, stay undefeated. If they win, they go to 8-0-2. Catuit down to Harwich 8-1 early. I think that's in the 4th.
Another foul from Harris, so the count at 2-2.
But if Falmouth loses tonight and the Gatemen win, they are tied for second, and a Catuit loss would make them now the sole team in 3rd place. Could be a potential great swing night early in the year for Wareham.
Miles steps off after taking a look over to Hardigan at first. So Harris, the DH, lefty, is going to settle back in, and the right-hander Miles gets set to deal the 2-2. And he tosses over to Spina to check on Hardigan.
This is a big pitch coming up, Owen, because one runner on, one out. If you let this runner on, all of a sudden you're in trouble. And that would be the biggest trouble the Gatemen have run into since the third, when there were two runners on with an out.
And Miles not taking any chances with Hardigan at first. Tosses back over to Spina. Hardigan in safely. Harris with one home run so far this year. And the pitch from Miles. That's a swing and a miss from Harris. So Harris goes down. Second strikeout of the inning for Miles. So 2 outs. With Hardigan on first, that brings up Caleb Pendleton, the catcher out of FAU.
2 huge strikeouts. You walk the leadoff batter and you're thinking, oh, this could be a tough start for Pendleton. Then he comes back and strikes out the next 2 in a row. Huge for Spencer Miles, and now he's an out away from keeping this at a 1-0 game.
And the first pitch just misses inside. A good pitch to Pendleton, but didn't find the strike zone. So Pendleton is 0 for 2 tonight. He's now 0 for 11 on the season. Flat out to center and then flat out to left. And that fastball catches the outside corner, so that evens the count at 1.
Pendleton's hit some balls hard tonight. He's gotten unlucky. He had a deep fly out to center, and then that line drive was an excellent catch to left by Diodati. Should have been a double.
And a big swing and a miss from Pendleton, so Miles up 1-2. Gatemen still leading 1-0 here in the top of the 7th. 2 outs. Hardigan on first, and the count at 1-2.
I'd go breaking ball here.
And Miles gets a swing and a miss from Pendleton, so 3 strikeouts from Miles. Keep the Gatemen on top 1-0, and it's time to stretch here at Spillane with the Gatemen up 1-0 over Hyannis. We'll be back in a few moments on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
With professional coaches that provide personalized world-class baseball training, Baseball Factory helps every player take his game to the next level. Get a pro evaluation by calling 877-752-6025.
One of the area's best restaurants is located right up the street, Brewfish Bar and Eatery. Brewfish offers 20 rotating craft beers on tap and creative pub food. Check out their off-the-menu brunch with a Bloody Mary bar and $5 mimosas on Sundays. Join us for outdoor dining and drinks under the tent or for live music, located on Route 105 in Marion.
Cape Cod Healthcare is committed to coordinating and delivering the highest quality healthcare services which enhance the health of all Cape Cod residents and visitors. You can expect this level of patient-centered care throughout our entire healthcare system.
Imagine waking up to a seaside breeze, a fishing fleet leaving for work, and a crimson sun rising over seals relaxing on the sandbars. This is the experience of Chatham Bars Inn, Cape Cod's premier resort and spa. To learn more about Cape Cod's finest luxury hotel, resort, and spa, visit chathambarsinn.com.
Cape Cod Healthcare offers a comprehensive array of medical services delivered by top-notch teams of healthcare providers. Their physicians provide the best evidence-based and proven medicine at their state-of-the-art facilities. If you need them, they'll be there.
Cape Cod Coca-Cola thanks you for supporting the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod Coca-Cola has been proudly refreshing the community for over 30 years, and we're honored to support the Cape Cod Baseball League and many other wonderful organizations on the Cape.
And welcome back to Spillane Field as we enter the bottom of the 7th. Some good investigative reporting, figuring out the pitcher for Hyannis, and it's Tristan Hott, the right-hander.
Some of these guys are entered in as 0 on the Hyannis roster. I think it's just a mistake on Point Street, but we have to confirm their name. But now we know who he is, Tristan Hott. Nice frame, 6'4", 215 out of Wright State University. Couple Wright State guys on this Hyannis team, and Bradley Bramer as well from Wright State. Pitched some for Wareham, did an excellent job, but this is his 4th appearance now. He's got 3 clean innings, only giving up 2 hits and a walk with 4 strikeouts. So he's been excellent so far on the Cape League season, and he'll try and keep it at a 1-run game with the bottom 3 in the order due up for the Gatemen.
So Hot with the big task of keeping this a 1-run game for Hyannis. He faces Brannigan to lead things off, and then followed by Despina and Jeffries. Brannigan has reached twice in this game, singled in the 2nd and then reached on a walk in the 4th. So Brannigan finding some offensive rhythm in this game. In the first pitch from Hot to Brannigan. Brannigan shows bunt, but that stays up high. Brannigan able to pull back, so the count at 1-0.
And nice to see him start off with a base hit and a walk tonight. Came in with the 143 average. Love to see him keep it going. A lot of times a big night will really propel your Cape League season.
We've seen that a little bit with Despina.
Yep.
And that's fouled off down the left field line, so that evens the count at 1.
We've seen it with Despina. We've seen it a little bit with Jarvis. When he's gotten in lulls, he's been able to come up with multi-hit nights to keep his season going.
And the 1-1 to Brannigan. And that's hits him, so just looked like it slipped off the hand of Hot. So Brannigan is going to reach for the 3rd time tonight. He's walked, he's singled, and he's been hit by a pitch. So there aren't too many more ways to reach first base. Maybe he can strike out swinging on a pass ball. That would complete his night. A different version of the cycle.
Yeah.
And that brings up Despina. So Brannigan takes his lead on first. First pitch coming to Despina. And that misses low. Despina, he struck out in the 2nd, and then he grounded out to second in the 4th. So Hot takes a look over to Brannigan at first. And now he deals. And that fastball catches the outside corner, so the count even at 1 here to Despina. And the 1-1, that misses high. It's the count at 2-1. A few fans remaining here for both sides. Very few for Hyannis. Looks, not kidding, looks like about 2 on their bleachers. And then the Gatemen will make this sound a little bit better than it is with about 15 times that. So about 30 fans here for Wareham. Everyone here, certainly a trooper for coming. Seeing good baseball on a tough night to play, but
yeah, they've caught a great game. And I understand the ones that haven't come out. I mean, this wind is like ice cutting through your jackets right now, but we appreciate those that made it out to Spillane.
We sure do on a chilly July night. And that one gets by Pendleton, so that's ball 4 for Despina. So he reaches for the first time tonight on a walk. So runners on first and second for Wareham now. And that brings up Cody Jeffries, the shortstop out of San Diego.
And so Bourne's game has gone final. They beat Falmouth 6-3. That confirms if the Gatemen win this game against Hyannis tonight, they are tied for second with Falmouth.
And the umpire calls for time, and we're going to have a mound visit. Hyannis manager Gary Calhoun going to come out to check in with Hot, and the whole infield coming in. Hot has had a tough start to this outing. He hit Brannigan and walked Despina for his first 2 batters.
Yeah, he just hasn't found the zone. And his breaking balls haven't really been breaking either. So I think just a conversation to settle him down a little bit because he's had 3 clean innings on the Cape League season. He's proven he can pitch. But there's been that struggle for him of finding the zone these first 2 batters. And he's already the 4th pitcher in the ballgame, so you don't necessarily want to go to a 5th arm unless you have to if you're Hyannis. These teams obviously go through a lot of arms, but if you're going through 5 arms a night and you only have 15, 20 pitchers on your roster, it is really hard to string games together and not get guys in situations where they're struggling and you just have nobody in the pen who can go behind them.
Right, doing their best to conserve and only go 4. But Hott in a tough situation, now facing Cody Jeffries, and he didn't like what he saw at second, so he stepped off the mound.
And part of the meeting may be due to the fact that Jeffries has a great chance to bunt here and put runners on second and third with 1 out. They might be creating a wheel play with guys charging up from first and third to maybe get a force out at either the second or third base bag.
So the first pitch to Jeffries, he does show bunt, and Pendleton tosses back to second. Brannigan was on his way to third, but he was able to retreat, and just like you said, Jack, it looked like that was the plan, and Jeffries able to pull back. So the count after all of that, just at 1-0.
Yeah, Brannigan had started to take off, barely made it back to second. That was a pretty good throw from Pendleton, but it went off Brannigan's elbow pad as he was sliding back in and bounced into center. I expect Jeffries to try and bunt again here.
And Jeffries does show bunt again, pulls back again. So another ball brings the count to 2-0. Brannigan on second after being hit to lead off this inning. And Despina, after his walk in the last at-bat, is on first. Count 2-0 to Jeffries. Gatemen still leading 1-0 here over Hyannis at Spillane. And shows bunt again, pulls back for the 3rd time. So Hott struggling to find the strike zone here with Jeffries.
Jeffries is trying to bunt. There's just not a pitch for him to lay down. They've all been way down in the zone.
So the count at 3-0. The pitch from Hott. That misses for ball 4, so that is going to load the bases. A hit batter and 2 walks for Hott. So that brings up the top of the order for the Gatemen. It's Tommy Troy.
Well, that's not the guy you want up if you're Hyannis with the bases loaded and nobody out. Jeffries wanted to bunt. I mean, he was trying to give him an out, but 4 straight balls.
Right.
And you got Troy up, who tripled in the 3rd.
So the first pitch to Troy, that's a fastball that misses high and outside. So the bases are loaded. Brannigan on third, Despina at second, Jeffries on first with no outs. Gatemen leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the 7th, and Troy hits that into shallow left field, backing up his ball. He's able to make the catch, so no damage done. And that's the first out of the inning. That brings up Tres Gonzalez. So 1 away. Hott still has a mountain to climb to get out of this inning with the bases loaded.
That was a start, though. And Troy put a good swing on it, just got a little too far under the baseball.
Yep.
Now if you're Gonzalez, you're just trying to put this in play and bring in a run. He already did that once. He brought Troy in from third with a grounder to the right side. See if he can execute again here. I mean, only a 1-0 ball game. Another run would be huge.
So already with an RBI tonight, Gonzalez set to take the first pitch, and that misses low. A good stop there from Pendleton to keep that one from getting by. Of course, Brannigan at third. Now there is the force play at home, so third baseman Greer, he's fairly shallow. And the 1-0, that's in there for a strike. That fastball caught the inside corner, so 1-1 to Gonzalez, the center fielder out of Georgia Tech. So with the bases loaded and one out, the 1-1 coming to Gonzalez, and he lines that down the left field line, and that's going to stay foul. Gonzalez is 1 for 3 tonight. He singled in the first and then grounded out to the first baseman Pujols in the third, and then flied out to right in the fifth. And of course, scoring Troy in the third off of that ground out. So 1-2 for Gonzalez. And the right-hander Hot deals. And that breaking ball is in there for strike 3. He got Gonzalez looking, so Jack, it wasn't easy, but he is working himself back into this inning, now just 1 out away.
Yep. Good sequence to Gonzalez, and he absolutely froze him with that final breaking ball. Bases still loaded, 2 outs. Cade Kern at the plate. You'd love to get something here if you're the Gatemen.
And now Kern out of the Ohio State University, the righty. He takes a breaking ball that finds the outside corner for strike 1.
And all of a sudden, Hot's breaking ball is hitting everywhere.
Really finding it when he's needed it most. And that last out hurts because now the infield can go anywhere they want. They have a force out on all 4 bases, so any of those would do the job for Hyannis. As Kern grounds that into left field, and that's going to score Brannigan. And coming around third is Despina, and he's going to score as well. So a 2 RBI single for Cade Kern gives the Gatemen 2 huge runs, and they go up 3-0.
Now, Cade Kern's average has been low, but when he's had to get hits, he gets it done. Now, 11 RBIs on the Cape League season, and that was a huge 2 RBI single. Just snuck that grounder past the shortstop ball into left field. 2 runs score, and the Gatemen comfortably ahead 3-0 in the 7th. Great job by Cade Kern.
So Jeffrey's still on second, Kern on first. For Diodati, Diodati's 0 for 3 tonight. He has 2 strikeouts, and he flied out to center in the 4th. And 2 of those runs that scored, Brannigan got hit. That was to lead off the inning, and then Despina with the walk. So those hurt if you're Hot. And they result in 2 runs after the first hit of the inning comes from Kern. And a swing and a miss from Diodati, and Pendleton tosses back, and they get Jeffries at second base. So a frustrating end to a good inning for the Gatemen after a 2 RBI single from Cade Kern. They lead 3-0 and will enter the top of the 8th when we come back to Spillane Field on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
Earn a bachelor's or master's degree, complete a certificate, or take a single course through the Division of Continuing Education and Graduate Studies at Curry College. In-person and high-flex classes run days, evenings, and weekends in Milton and Plymouth. To learn more about the programs in business, accounting, criminal justice, education, nursing, and more, visit curry.edu.
Clobbered high and deep to right center field, and this one is gone. A home run.
That home run's brought to you by Eastern Propane and Oil. Another scholarship for a deserving youth. Eastern Propane and Oil, we're in your neighborhood.
Curry College is where you go to become anything you want. Curry prepares students to engage in successful careers with learning beyond the classroom. Explore undergraduate programs, including new majors in sport and recreational management, graphic design, marketing, and computer science, online at www.currycollege.edu. Whether you are recently retired or still working, Fairway Financial can help you create clearly defined retirement income strategies to help protect your wealth, create guaranteed income for life, and provide a legacy for your family. We are committed to earning your trust by thoroughly understanding your goals and dreams and helping you gain greater financial confidence. To learn more, visit Fairway Financial in South Yarmouth or go to fairwayfinancial.net.
Spillane Field, we enter the top of the 8th after a 2-run 7th for the Gatemen on the 2 RBI single from Cade Kern. On a wet night, the infielders, while Miles is playing catch with Crooks, as that one gets past Crooks, that one misses high. Only playing catch with each other. Despina not rolling that ball on the ground. The ground's so wet, but the Gatemen have been able to work their way through a tough night, up 3-0. And leading off for Hyannis is Dominic Johnson. The count at 1-0.
Miles, the fourth different pitcher for the Gatemen. They've all done well tonight, though.
Been another great performance on the mound for the Gatemen, as that breaking ball misses just up high, so the count at 2-0.
Miles struck out the side after giving up a leadoff walk in the 7th.
And the 2-0 to Johnson misses up high, so 3-0. Miles down to the leadoff man for Hyannis. Had an excellent inning last inning with 3 strikeouts. Looking, swinging. And the 3-0 finds the strike zone, so 3-1 for Johnson. He, as a lot of batters are at 3-0, he was take all the way. Johnson 0 for 2 tonight. He's flied out to right in the 3rd and then struck out looking. And he takes ball 4, so he's aboard to start things off for Hyannis. Similar to last inning, Hardigan walked to start things off preceding the 3 strikeouts from Miles. So Johnson, the number 9 hitter, in the same situation with a leadoff walk, and that brings up Caden Rose. Rose is 0 for 2 tonight with a walk in the 3rd, 2 strikeouts in the 1st and the 6th. And the first pitch to Rose, it's a big swing and a miss. Fastball up in the zone.
Score update from the East Division. Orleans over Brewster, 19-3. Chase DeLauder out of JMU has 3 home runs on the evening, Owen.
Amazing night. 19 runs for Orleans. As that one is a fastball. The 0-1 misses up high, so the count even at 1.
Easily the most runs we've seen from a team in a game this season. I don't know what the record is in the Cape League.
Can't be too many more, I would imagine, than 19. And Crooks, after that fastball misses up high, Wisely's just going to go check in and have a quick conversation with Miles. Just check in, make sure he's all good. Ball looking slippery as Miles legally rubs his hand in the dirt, gets some grip on that one on a slippery night.
Well, I hope there's no spider tag there.
As Carlejo, the pitching coach for the Gatemen, calls for time, he wants to join in on the conversation as well with Crooks and Miles, so the 3 of them are going to have a quick chat.
After his last late mound visit, he ended up getting another pitcher, so we'll see what he does here.
This is the 4th pitcher we've seen for the Gatemen so far tonight, so we talked about it for Hyannis. These teams wanting to not go past 4 if they can avoid it. A lot of pitchers on innings counts or pitch counts and don't want to run through them faster than they need to. Up 3-0, certainly a larger lead than it was, but by no means a blowout. So the Gatemen do decide to keep Miles in, so the right-hander will settle back in with the count at 2-1 for Caden Rose, the center fielder, the leadoff man for Hyannis. And the 2-1 to Rose. That's another big swing and a miss. That one, a fastball on the outside part of the zone. So with Johnson on first and 2 strikes, Miles with the chance to record the first out here in the 8th. And that one's grounded to the second baseman, Troy, and that is, he's not able to make that play. It was right in front of him, but just took a tough bounce off of his glove. Troy not able to locate it. So that's going to probably go down as an error for Troy. And that brings up Kyle Ball, the shortstop, with Rose on first and Johnson on second.
Troy's been pretty sure-handed at second. That's a tough break for Spencer Miles because you have the first out there, but now still nobody out and 2 runners on, and the tying run comes up to the plate.
Unfortunate there for Wareham on a slippery night, not able to either make the force out at second or just get the out at first. But Miles going to have to deal with what he's got. So 2 men on, no outs. And Kyle Ball, he's 1 for 3 tonight with a single in the 6th. And the first pitch to Ball, that's a big swing, but fouled over the right field bleachers.
Yeah, he went out of his shoes on that one.
Wanting to tie the game up in one swing, but the count at 0-1. As Miles takes a look over to second, and he deals a breaking ball. That's grounded toward Despina at first. Despina wisely makes the out over at first. So the 2 runners do advance. So Johnson on third and Rose on second. So 2 men in scoring position for Ryan Romano, the second baseman out of FSU.
That's where the error really hurts you because if Troy doesn't make that error, you have 2 outs and probably a runner on third because he most likely would have had to go to first for the out. But now instead only 1 away and 2 runners in position, and the tying run still coming up to the plate.
And no force out, of course, at second. And the first pitch from Miles is in there for a strike. A strikeout would be awfully nice. We're 2 strikes away, but a good start for Miles up on Romano. Gatemen still leading 3-0 after 2 runs in the 7th. And the 0-1 from Miles, that's a swing and a miss from Romano.
We know he knows how to strike people out. 6 of the 7 outs he's gotten on the Cape League have been via strikeout.
Wow, yeah, incredible for Miles. Has strikeout ability. And with 0-2 count, a chance here. And that one stays up high. Almost got Romano to chase, but Romano able to hold back. So the count at 1-2. Johnson on third, Rose on second. And that's a breaking ball in there for strike 3, so that helps the cause. A beautiful breaking ball finds the outside part of the corner. And another strikeout for Miles, and that brings up the number 4 hitter, Marcos Pujols. Gatemen need 1 more out to get out of this inning unscathed.
That was a big-time curveball from Miles. He went to what he thought was his best pitch for the 1-2. Gets Romano looking, like you said, Owen, 1 out away. How big would it be with runners on second and third and 1 out to leave him stranded and try and add some insurance to a 3-run lead in the 8th?
Feel awfully good for Wareham, and the first pitch is a fastball that misses up high. Pujols is 1 for 3 tonight. He singled in the second and got thrown out trying to steal third, and then grounded out to the first baseman Despina in the 4th, and then struck out swinging in the 6th. And that's a swing and a miss from Pujols. Crooks able to keep it in front of him. It took a bounce off of his left foot down that right field line, only about a quarter of the way to first base, but Johnson holds up at third, so chaos avoided for Wareham. Count now at 1-1. And in case anyone's wondering, I asked Jack between innings, no relation from Marcos Pujols to Albert.
Yep.
That was certainly a question of mine. So the 1-1 to Pujols, that misses up high as well. So count at 2-1 with 2 outs. Johnson on third, Rose on second, Gatemen up 3-0. So the lefty Pujols settles back in, and the right-hander Miles deals, and that's a swing and a miss. So the count at 2-2, another big strike for Miles, and a chance to get out of here. 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And this would be a great jam to avoid. And the 2-2 coming to Pujols. And that just stays up high. A good fastball. That's one we've seen some other batters besides Pujols chase. And we saw Pujols chase on the last one, but able to hold back here.
And keep in mind, there's a base open at first, so a walk isn't a huge deal. Obviously, it doesn't end the inning, but it doesn't hurt you really either.
Right, in a weird way, opens up a force at all 4 positions, but that one does miss low, so not the ideal outcome, but not a disaster as Pujols walks, and the bases are loaded. So a force out at home, third, second, or obviously first. So that brings up Mitchell Hardigan, the left fielder. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Grounded into a fielder's choice in the second, flied out to center in the fourth, and reached on a walk last inning in the 7th. And the first pitch, that's fouled. A little bit short of the Gatemen dugout.
I like this approach. Go after him. Make him hit it around you. Hyannis has 1 hit all night. Their base runners this inning are via 2 walks and an error. Make him get a hit on you.
Trust your fielders. The 0-1. That fastball misses high. A couple of those fastballs. Again, he's got a few batters to chase, but a couple of those fastballs have stayed up high, so that evens the count at 1 for Hardigan. With the bases loaded, 2 outs, Gatemen leading 3-0. The 1-1, that's fouled right back towards us. That sent both Jack and me back in our seats. But that brings the count to 1-2. So a good chance here for Miles. And the 1-2. Again, that fastball misses high and outside.
3 out of his 4 pitches this at-bat have been fastballs.
So the count even at 2. Pitch coming to the left-hander, Hardigan. Also misses high and outside. That brings us to a full count.
All 3 of his misses have been fastballs high and out of the zone. If he feels like he can throw a fastball for a strike, I would throw it here 3-2. Been a lot of swing and misses so far today for Hyannis.
Payoff pitch. And it is a swing and a miss, so Miles able to get out of the inning. Hyannis leaves them loaded. Gatemen still on top, 3-0 as we enter the bottom of the 8th here at Spillane. A huge inning from Miles. And we'll be back in a few moments on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
The law firm of Lang, Exafaris, and Bullard, providing families and businesses in the greater New Bedford community with legal services for 40 years. We look forward to serving you. For an appointment, call 508-992-1270. We invite you to learn more about the law firm of Lang, Exafaris, and Bullard by visiting our website, lxblaw.com.
Legacy Insurance Agency at 213 Main Street here in Wareham can offer you coverage for all your insurance needs. We have the bundle discounts, the accident forgiveness, the vanishing deductible, no loss, etc. But unlike those gimmick companies, we can quote you with multiple carriers. So forget the lizard and price tool and come talk to a professional. We'll help you find what's right for you. The AD Makepeace Company also owns and operates Reed Custom Soils, the area's leading manufacturer of custom soils, including CU structural soil and Rooflight certified green roof media. Reed Custom Soils is also a manufacturer and distributor of baseball infield mixing conditioners. To learn more, visit admakepeace.com or reedcustomsoils.com.
Got legal trouble? Attorney Mark Deshays is here to help the greater New Bedford area with real estate and business law, estate planning, and probate. Visit him today.
Welcome back to Spillane Field as we enter the bottom of the 8th inning. Owen Shagro alongside Jack Sadigan. And the Gatemen up 3-0 after a 2-run seventh and a 1-run in the third. Another new pitcher for Hyannis. It's Trey Braithwaite, the right-hander out of the United States Naval Academy. He's on the mound now for Hyannis, Jack.
Yeah, this is his 4th Cape League appearance now. He's going to go fastball with a slider as his main number 2 pitch, but 5 1/3. He's given up 2 earned runs. That was in 1 outing in a 4-3 loss to Falmouth. And 6 hits total, 2 walks total, 9 strikeouts total for Braithwaite.
So for the 4th time tonight, the number 4 hitter, Owen Diodati, leading things off for Wareham.
Yeah, how about that?
Right? Don't see that too often. And Diodati takes a fastball low and away for ball 1. And taking no time is Braithwaite. And that is another fastball that misses low, so 2-0. Diodati 0 for 3 tonight, struck out swinging in the 2nd and the 6th, and then flied out to center in the 4th. And that fastball catches the outside corner, so that's the first strike of the at-bat, 2-1 for Diodati. And the right-hander, Braithwaite, deals, and that's hit into center field, moving to his right is Rose. Back at the wall. He's able to make the catch. Another well-hit ball from Diodati. But another good catch from the center fielder, Rose. His 2nd tonight on 2 well-hit balls from Diodati. So Diodati heads back to the dugout after recording out number 1. That's going to bring up Justin Williams, a DH, out of Penn State. He's 0 for 2 tonight with a walk in the 2nd. 2 home runs against YD as he swings and misses. So the count at 0-1. Gatemen wearing their red shirts at home tonight for Red Shirt Fridays and the white pants. Hyannis in their road blues and the pinstripe white pants. And that one just misses low, so the count now even at 1 for Williams. And Braithwaite deals. That's hit well into left field. If it stays fair, it might be gone. And it is. So another home run for Justin Williams. And on a night like tonight, every run feels good for Wareham. So the Gatemen go up 4-0 here in the bottom of the 8th.
Justin Williams, his 3rd home run now in 2 games, smoked it to left field, Owen. And he is hot at the plate right now. Somebody in the dugout's going to have to cool him off. Maybe the misty rain here will do it.
And the first pitch to Crooks. Pendleton actually dropped, but it was in there for a strike.
How good was it to see for Williams? The only negative you could think of is all those 3 home runs were only solo shots.
Right. So the RBI count, the same as the home run count, as Crook lines this high into center field. Fairly easy play for Rose. So that records the 2nd out of the inning. And it is just really nice to see from Williams. Some great at-bats. Recently, those 2 home runs, of course, at YD, and another here just turned on that fastball and ripped it. Never looked like it got too high off the ground, but just so fast over left field. And that's a nice run for Wareham to go up 4-0 as Brannigan, the 3rd baseman, takes a fastball that misses low in the dirt for ball 1. And the pitch to Brannigan, that's a swing and a miss. He was behind that one, a fastball from Braithwaite. Braithwaite really is very deliberate at the mound, takes no extra time, gets his sign, and then he's good to go. As that fastball misses outside.
Reminds me of a guy we saw for Wareham this summer, Sammy Natera.
Yes.
I mean, he would take no time in between pitches. He would have to get time called on him by the umpire while he's in his windup.
And Brannigan fouls that one off. Another fastball from Braithwaite, been very fastball heavy. And that one goes over the right field bleachers. A few fans remaining in the stands for Wareham, those loyal Harbor Hawks fans still over there on the left field bleachers. As a breaking ball misses, so that brings us to a full count. Brannigan's he's 1 for 2. Excuse me, 1 for 1 tonight. He's been hit. And he's also walked in the 4th. And now the payoff pitch to Brannigan. That's ball 4, so Brannigan reaches for the 4th time tonight, doing wonders for his on-base percentage tonight. And that brings up Angelo Despina. He walked in his last at-bat in the 7th, and he struck out in the 2nd and grounded out to 2nd in the 4th. Despina also had some good plays tonight at first base. The slick ball. And the first pitch to Despina is a fastball that catches the outside part of the zone. So the count at 0-1. 2 outs. Brannigan on first after a walk. Gatemen up 4-0 after the home run from Williams. And a swing and a miss from Despina. Count at 0-2. So lefty Despina settles in. Righty Braithwaite gets set to deal the 0-2. And a check swing from Despina. Missed low. Third base umpire says no, he didn't. So the count at 1-2. Count at 1-2. Check swing foul from Despina. Able to get a bat on it, so he stays alive. With 2 outs, and Brannigan takes his lead on first. The pitch coming to Despina. And that's strike 3 called, so the home run from Williams adds 1 more. Gatemen up 4-0. And when we come back, they'll try to close things out here at Spillane Field on the Baseball Network.
That double play is brought to you by TM Ryder Insurance Agency. Package your home and auto insurance for the perfect double play.
Village Signs of Mattapoisett. They do it all, from logo design, trucks and buildings to boats. Village Signs has proudly served Southern New England for over 35 years. Visit them at villagesigns.inc.com for all your signage needs.
Beat the heat and join us at Waterways, a water experience unlike any other this side of the bridge. Open daily, head over to the water park on Route 28, the Cranberry Highway.
Welcome back to the Gatemen Baseball Network. 4-0 lead for Wareham as they try and close out their first meeting against Hyannis in 2021 and move into a tie for second with the Falmouth Commodores. Jack Sadigan, Owen Shigru, and on to close things out for the Gatemen is Ethan Chenault out of UNC Wilmington, 6'5" right-handed pitcher.
Yeah, Chenault, this is his third appearance for the Gatemen. He's gone 1 2/3, given up just 1 hit, no earned runs, also 2 strikeouts. So he's in a good position here. Try to close things out for the Gatemen. Gatemen have been excellent so far pitching tonight, and Chenault with his fastball, curveball, slider mix, gonna try to close things out.
He will have Greer, Harris, and Pendleton, the 6, 7, 8 hitters, barring any changes for Hyannis. as the switch hitter Greer steps in. He's been all lefty tonight against all righty pitchers for the Gatemen. All righty except for one time when Skillport came in for 1 out. Chenault, the 5th pitcher on the mound, and the 4th righty. First pitch to Greer, grounded right side. Troy has it on a hop and gets it to first. 1 pitch, 1 out, and the Gatemen are 2 outs away in this one. 4-0 lead in the 9th.
Nice play there from Troy, and as we've talked about a lot, he's been very good in the field for Wareham and just had that bobble and that error a few innings ago, and just a nice smooth play. That one took a nicer, friendlier bounce off the stone dust, and nice quick out for Wareham.
First pitch to Zane Harris is to the backstop. Harris has had an interesting day. Hit by a pitch in the 3rd, then reached on an error in a 5th, and struck out in the 7th. Gatemen trying to bring their record back to 500 and move into a tie for 2nd in the West. 1-0. Chopped foul. Went right at the Gatemen dugout. Pendleton on deck. He's 0 for 3 with the strikeout. Got robbed of a double by Diodati on a diving catch in left, as that pitch misses low. 2-1 count now for Harris. Here's the 2-1, fastball low and inside. Gatemen ahead 4-0 in the 9th. Their first meeting with Hyannis this season. 3-1. In for a strike. Just clipped the inside of the zone with the fastball. Full count now to Zane Harris. Gatemen trying to get in a tie for 2nd in the West and back to 500 before they take on Bourne twice in a row over the next 2 days, as that pitch is fouled straight back. So it stays at a full count for Harris.
Yeah, Bourne continuing to roll. Really nice chance here for Wareham to try to get a win going in, and obviously would love to get some against Bourne too.
Payoff pitch, fouled away. So 2 straight payoff pitches spoiled. Bourne defeated Wareham 6-5 the first time these teams met. Wareham outhit them 14-7. I think that was the closest Bourne's been to losing. Now 8-0-2 on the season. 3rd payoff pitch, and that missed outside. So Harris walks, and he's the lone base runner at first, with Pendleton coming to the plate. 4-0 Gatemen lead. They're 2 outs away from the win in the 9th.
So the positive of that, now have a force play at 2nd too. Double play is an option.
Always seeing the positives, though, and I love it. Righty-righty matchup here. Pendleton is 0 for 3 tonight with a strikeout. First pitch to him. Grounded right side. There's one at 2nd. Throw to first. In time! 6-4-3 double play, and the Gatemen defeat the Harbor Hawks 4-0. They improve to 4-4-2. Hyannis drops to 2-8, and the Gatemen are now in a tie for 2nd in the West Division.
Now, I don't want to take too much credit for that last play, but a great win here for Wareham. Sort of a character-building win, I kind of think of this. This was not a nice night to play. We weren't sure if we were going to play, but the Gatemen never looked like they were dejected tonight on really, again, the worst weather we've had so far, besides, of course, Falmouth, which ended up getting rained out. But Gatemen with a great attitude, no complaining, and ended up with a really solid win. Excellent performances on the mound, got the runs they needed to. Really, really a positive night for the Gatemen.
Your final, Wareham 4, Hyannis nothing. And we'll break it down for you on our post-game show in a moment. Wareham, back to 500 on the Cape League season. Stay with us for the post-game breakdown, recapping the game and some stuff from around the Cape League in a moment on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
We appreciate and thank the sponsors who support the Cape League and the 10 teams. Our corporate sponsors are the financial backbone of the league. It is with their support that we are able to preserve our long-standing tradition of providing the best family entertainment here on Cape Cod. On behalf of the Wareham Gatemen, the 9 other teams, league officers, and the entire Cape League family, we would like to announce and thank our 2021 corporate sponsors. With much appreciation, we recognize
the Yawkey Foundation, Curry College, Cape Cod Healthcare, the 99 Restaurants, Coca-Cola Bottling of Cape Cod,
Badger Sport, 47 Brand, Cape Cod 5 Cent Savings Bank, Milton Cat, Mosquito Marys,
Fairway Financial, Ocean Spray, Seaside Le Mans, Rogers Gray, Franklin Sports,
Cape Destinations, Sullivan Tire, Cape Cod Times, Kinla and Grover Real Estate, Cape Cod Chamber of Commerce,
Highline Cruises, Sports Picks, On Deck Sports, Barnstable Bat, Hyannis Area Chamber of Commerce,
HP Hood, Sunderland Printing, Axis Bats, Quest Diagnostics, Cape Space. And of course, thank you to Major League Baseball for over 50 years of support.
The Cape Cod Baseball League and the NCAA promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We ask for your cooperation and positive support of the participants and officials. Profanity, racial, or sexist comments or any other intimidating actions will not be tolerated. Thank you. We ask parents to keep their children off the roofs of the dugouts, away from the batting cages, and out of the bullpen areas. Please throw rubbish into the barrels and recycle the aluminum cans in special bins located around the park.
Ladies and gentlemen, state law prohibits the use of any tobacco product on school property. Thanks for keeping us in compliance.
Cameras and video cameras are permitted inside Spillane Field for personal photos but cannot be used to reproduce the game, players, or on-field events without the express written permission of the Wareham Gatemen. Use of camera or video equipment must not interfere with other fans' enjoyment of the game.
Cape Cod Coca-Cola thanks you for supporting the Cape Cod Baseball League and for refreshing yourself with ice-cold Coca-Cola products. Please remember to recycle your empty bottles, cans, and all other recyclable materials. It takes only 6 recycled plastic bottles to make a new baseball cap.
The 99 Restaurant and Pub is proud to be a sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Visit your local 99 and try their famous colossal lobster rolls. Piled high on grilled brioche and served hot buttered or with just the right amount of mayo and celery with fries and coleslaw. The 99, always the real deal. Badger Sport is a leading provider of superior quality team uniforms and performance athletic wear, including performance t-shirts, fleeces, shorts, and pants. From the fields to the stands and at every practice along the way, Founders Sport Group makes authentic, quality apparel accessible at the speed of the sport. Visit foundersport.com today.
Baseball Factory is a company specializing in player development and college placement of high school baseball players. We care about guiding players to a college that is the perfect fit. Give us a call at 877-752-6025 to get started today.
For a nostalgic Cape Cod vacation experience, head to Bay Motor Inn, where guests are treated like family. Located in the heart of Buzzards Bay Village, this 1950s-style cottage colony still provides you with up-to-date amenities. The Gatemen thank the Bay Motor Inn for their support.
Baseball Factory's vision is to guide both players and parents through the college recruiting process into professionally trained players in order to find a school that is the right fit, both academically and athletically. Contact us at 877-752-6025.
Come on over to BB's Bar and Grill for food, drinks, and fun. Located on Cranberry Highway, come in to sample the delicious eats or relax with a drink while enjoying live entertainment. BB's is one of our team meal partners.
Welcome into the Gatemen post-game show as Wareham defeats Hyannis in their first meeting of the season 4-0. Jack Sadegan alongside Owen Shagru. And a great game. Wareham able to get the win. The weather just worked itself out. We saw rain all last night and all throughout this morning, but we were able to get the game in, which was great. And Wareham pitching shined. 5 different pitchers combined only give up 1 hit over 9 innings. A little more base runners than you'd like, Owen. But a great overall performance.
Right, really, just a lot of positives pitching-wise for the Gatemen. And we've talked about some of the Gatemen's, trouble leaving some runners on base. And Hyannis we sort of saw that a little bit in reverse. And whenever the Gatemen pitchers were in any trouble, which they weren't very often, they were able to escape it. And, 9 scoreless, that's awfully good for the Gatemen. So lots of positives pitching-wise. And the offense got done what they needed to, too. So a really good night.
First shutout of the season for the Gatemen. They get back to 500 at 4-4-2, and the hitting was timely tonight, Owen. You got the first run in the third inning after Tommy Troy tripled. Gonzalez, an execution at bat, gets him in on the RBI groundout. And then with the bases loaded and 2 outs, Kern brings in 2 more. And once you had that 3-0 lead, it felt like we were in the home stretch.
It sure did. And again, we talked about some of the Gatemen's problems leaving men on base, and this wasn't a night where they had, a million opportunities, but the few opportunities that they did have, they really capitalized on them. So, a great 2 RBI single from Kern, of course, another nice home run from Williams, and, the RBI ground out from Gonzalez that got things started turned out to be, all they needed. But I think those signs of, on a tough night when you're probably not going to have a million chances, the weather wasn't good. But the Gatemen, again, really did. They took advantage of the chances they had and scored 4 runs. And on a night like this, when they were fielding as well as they were, pitching as well as they did, a really good night for the offense, too. So lots of good things.
We'll call the 5 pitchers our MVP of the game, but who was your player of the game hitting-wise, Owen?
Well, I think that was Tommy Troy. I think that triple was, just what the Gatemen needed. And again, it turned out to be the go-ahead run. But for him to reach third, and they're just neither team had really gotten anything going to that point. It's really not an easy night either in the field, but certainly hitting too. And I think Tommy Troy, that triple, getting things started, and then able to score, get that first run. Gonzalez, that was exactly what the Gatemen needed, scoring that run. But I think for me, that triple from Tommy Troy was the big play of the game, and for that reason, he's my player of the game offensively.
Now, in the West, Bourne defeats Falmouth 6-3. Right now, Katuitt losing big to Harwich, so we're going to assume that result's going to stand. And that moves the Gatemen into a tie with Falmouth for second in the West at 10 points, and they're behind the Bourne Braves by 8 points. Again, 2 points for a win and 1 point for a tie. That's how the standings work in the Cape League. But big to get to second in the West in 2 games coming up against first place Bourne. So the standings starting to play a factor 10 games into this season, and the Gatemen doing a great job getting back to 500, now a big 2 games.
Exactly. I mean, I think if you're the Gatemen, this is just what you want. 2 games, hopefully the weather holds out. Hopefully they're able to get both of these games in, against Bourne. But against a team like this, what better opportunity, to try to get some more points, hopefully bring Bourne back down a little bit. And
yes.
The Gatemen, if they could have a couple good performances, that could be a really good thing. That could really sort of get them going. 2 really good opportunities to play Bourne.
Now, Bourne is 8-0-2. They've yet to lose a game on the Cape League season, the best start by a team in the Cape League in over a decade. but the Gatemen were probably the closest to beating them. I know they've had 2 ties, and the Gatemen lost them 6-5, but they out-hit Bourne 14-7, left the bases loaded in the 9th. This partly has to feel like a revenge game too, Owen.
I think it absolutely does, and Bourne has been sort of this juggernaut to start this season, and the Gatemen really did. I think I agree. I think they've given them the toughest test. We watched that game, and those 14 hits, that was one, and you think 9 times out of 10, a stat line like that, the Gatemen are going to take that game. So we know that they can compete with Bourne. We know that they can compete with what's been the best team in the league by far, maybe the best team in the past 10 years, at least to start the season. So, I think Wareham, again, with a really good opportunity, they have nothing to be scared of with Bourne. They know they can compete with them. We saw it. We've seen lots of good performances, another good one tonight. So, going into Bourne, I think they should, and I think they do have a lot of confidence.
The Gatemen take the win tonight against the Harbor Hawks. The final score, Wareham 4, Hyannis 0. First shutout of the season for Wareham. They get back to 4-4-2. Hyannis falls to 2-8. Thank you so much for joining our broadcast on what ended up being a wild night. Harrison, our producer, joining us to close things out. We didn't even know if we were going to get the game. And so just great to play Cape League baseball and great to see a Gateman win on a Red Shirt Friday night. So we'll close it out with that. Thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast. And everybody have a great night.